What's up? What's up? It's the Art the Most Experience with Deke. I'm Arthur Moats, and that's my main man, Deke.
What's good, bro?
Man, it's a beautiful day, bro. I'm vibed, dog. I feel amazing, man. I'm happy as heck to see you too, Deke. Shout out to you for being here.
Thanks, man.
You know, kind of
Yeah.
missed you this weekend, man. Seen some pit hoops action going on. Made me think of you.
Not good.
Unfortunately, no. But it's all right. Y'all weren't the only ones to fall. We dropped in the semis too, so it's all good.
Well,
man.
I saw a latest bracketology or bracket predictions. They
Yeah.
got us as a 9 seed.
I like that though. That's respectable.
They got us still win. That's all I
Yeah.
really care about.
Yeah,
They had us as a
It
9
shouldn't
seed
be a
last week,
debate,
though, so
It
I don't know
shouldn't
why.
be a debate about y'all being in. Period. Shouldn't be a debate, man.
Yeah, so we'll see how they do in the ACC tourney this week.
Yeah.
No, they're a good team. I mean, if you watch the game, you could see like
Nah, they
we can
straight.
compete.
Absolutely.
Miami's a good team.
No,
I was on the
facts.
road. We beat Miami at
Yeah.
home.
Miami's definitely a good
We're
team.
like a top 20 team.
Yeah.
We're like legitimately a top 20
a team
I
that
feel
can
like.
get hot in the dance. That's what you want to see. Can they get hot?
Exactly.
Absolutely. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to make it, man. We ended up 22-11 now, man. We dropped in the semis of our Sun Belt Championship. Sun Belt quest for the championship. So we'll see what that looks like coming out of there,
NIT
man.
bound.
Oh, yeah. Worst case, NIT. And we're going to be nice in NIT. Worst case. But you never know. We'll see. We'll see what happens, man.
You gonna cop a ring if you get it?
Chill.
What's so funny?
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Am I wrong? If JMU Dukes, your squad wins a football championship or something, and it wins the football comp, wouldn't you try to get a ring or some type of
Honestly,
memorabilia? So why not the NIT?
No, I wouldn't though, because JMU has won a championship in football, and I didn't try to get a ring.
When was that?
This was actually right after me and my wife made a big donation to the weight room and stuff like that. Had the name raised and all that.
How about D1 though?
I don't know.
That
man.
hit a little different.
I don't
A
know.
D1 NIT?
I don't know, man. Because to me, what's the difference between a D1 NIT and an FCS regular championship? They both like the not big one. Yeah.
So you ain't gonna get the ring?
Nah, I probably wouldn't, man.
Damn.
Probably wouldn't. Would you?
No,
All right, then.
definitely not.
Like, what are we doing, man?
If Pitt got the national championship,
The Natty is different.
I would take. I mean, I have no affiliation with the basketball team. I just
Yeah.
went to the school. But if for some reason, I keep growing the brand a little bit, they feel like they want to send me a ring,
If it's the Natty,
I'd take it.
If it's the Natty and they sending it, yeah, we'll take it. But at the same time, I'm not gonna like ask for it. I'm not gonna look for it. It's just like, yo, if y'all do it, y'all do it. Me and wife, we were just happy that we could say they won a championship after we made the donation to, expand facilities. So that was kind of like our claim to fame right there. So I feel like that was bigger than the ring. I ain't tripping.
Good karma.
Yeah, it's like if you couldn't win that with the same way Justin Jefferson can't be elite without Kirk Cousins. They couldn't win it without, working out at the Arthur and Sean DeMoat strength and conditioning facility. That's how it goes.
Damn,
Yeah, man.
that's a little selfish. That's a little.
It's team. It's the same way Kirk does it. The same way Kenny and GP are connected. JMU and Arthur are connected. Yeah, it's like
Wow.
one big
You're
circle
saying
of life, man.
they couldn't have done it if you wouldn't have made the donation.
All I'm saying is they did not do it until the donation came. They did it before. We lost in the semis. And then we made the donation. They won.
How's those facilities stack up against the Steelers?
Oh, they A1. A1.
Really?
A1.
No, don't tell me. JMU's
Bro,
got better
it was
facilities
never,
than here.
It was never a debate. Trust me. It wasn't. But once again, what is the purpose of what? At JMU,
now I'm
gotta
with you
get
on
recruits.
that. Now
It's
I'm with
about
you on
recruits,
that.
yeah.
I could care less.
That's the whole reason. Yeah, man, if we would have came to the Steelers facility and they're like, yo, we got all these gaming systems in here for you guys. Like, that's cool, but I'd rather have that money in my account. Let me spend it how I want to spend it, baby. Pay me. So, yeah, I don't care about the facilities like that. Nah, we ain't tripping at all.
Football is football.
Yeah, and look, and when you play as long as I did.
Lifting
you
weights
get
is lifting weights.
Look, when I came in 2010, hey, man, technology wasn't the best back then, no how. So then by the time you get to, the 14s, 15s, 16, it was kind of cool then. So it didn't matter what they might grade the Steelers facilities and all that stuff as. It's like, hey, man, everything's going to evolve, but are we winning? And that's what we do here in Pittsburgh. We win. So shout out to us.
You ready for a thought from the weekend?
Let's go.
I'd say this is more of a thought / potentially fact.
Okay.
So the thought was, what makes us stop on a certain cookie or a certain chip whenever we're binging?
Either the satisfaction, is
Like,
it the
what is it?
guilt? Is it the I'm full? Is it the
Say you're
look
not
down?
full. Say you're not full.
Maybe you look down and you see the damage being done, and you're like, bro, I gotta stop.
Why that one and just not one more? Why not one less?
Because sometimes you feel like you're on the brink of like literally popping.
No, say you're not full though. Because we all have a stopping point. Because whenever you're full, I think that's just a physical reaction.
So then,
I literally physically can't do it.
So you're saying you're not full, you're just stopping because maybe it's not a healthy treat? Maybe that is?
Yeah, right.
Okay.
It's got to be out of guilt. But why that one versus one less, one more?
I think the guilt. Maybe the guilt part.
Why can't it be just one more? Like, that's the breaking point. Like, the one you stop on is...
Everybody has to have a line, right? So think about the line when it comes to, like, respect. Some people are like, nah, man, if you say this, that's the draw. That I can't go past this. Others like, nah, you can go past that and go past that and go past that. So I'm sure for some people, they'll look at that bag of Doritos and be like, man, I done had, 2 handfuls. All right, I got to stop right now. I can't go past 2 handfuls. Others are going to be like, well, man, it's still half a bag. I ain't done no damage for real. Then you got the other crew where you like, bro, did I really just eat all the way to like the corner? I might as well leave this in here for somebody else so I don't have to feel the guilt of I ate the whole bag by myself. But then other times you're just like, well, shoot, I already done this. Let me just finish this bag. I won't open up another bag, though. And that's why I'll draw the line. So I think everybody kind of, it just depends on.
There's a variety.
Yeah, it's very fluid. It's very fluid with that.
Yeah, because we're getting some responses in the chat. Pittsburgh Toddy says, I have a 10-cookie limit.
A 10-cookie limit?
So he has a number going in.
Okay.
AJ Martinez says he's addicted. He does not stop.
Mm-hmm.
Kurt Von A says he goes till the bag is empty.
Yeah.
Chili21 says can't keep his hands out of the cookie jar.
Well, see, for me, man, I look at it like this, right? It's certain things that I'm trying to stop doing, and other things I don't try to stop. Because I feel like when you try to stop, but then you don't, then you got to deal with the guilt. And it's like, oh, am I addicted or am I not addicted? I can't be addicted if I ain't trying to stop. I'm just living my best life. So, yeah, I'm with y'all, man. When you talk about getting your hand in the cookie jar, I got a snack reserve right next to the bed, bro. That's a problem. But that's why I work out. It's like cause and effect. As long as you find something to balance it out with, you can make it work.
Sure.
Yeah.
Stephen Carpenter, I eat till it's empty. LOL.
Now, question, once you finish that first thing that's being empty, will you start something else? I think that's the appropriate question because, it's plenty of times that I'll crack open a bag of chips or eat some cookies
what if it's
and I'll finish the whole
one?
thing. It don't, like, to me, this is the funny thing.
Family size.
I look at it like this. It needs to be like if I'm cognizant of it, I'll just buy smaller portions because to me, once I open it, I don't care how big it is. Even when I'm drinking, bro, we could have the same drink. It could be a 2 liter. It could be a 20 ounce. It could be a shot glass. I don't know why, but my drink cadence is the same. I'm a big gulp it at first, sip it, then I'm another big gulp and I'm done. Like it don't matter what I'm drinking. That's just how I roll with it. So I think that, everybody's going to be kind of similar with that. Like you're going to do what you're going to do. If you like your chips like that, you're going to crush the whole bag of chips. No matter if it's family size, the little medium size, or the little kid size you put in the kid's lunchbox. Yeah.
So I was thinking about myself. I'll start eating a bag of chips or a bag of pretzels, whatever it is. If it is a family size, like when's the stopping point? Like I don't know technically when the halfway is.
If you're not full, then you just keep eating. Unless you're trying to be like, I want to share with others. But when I open it, I'm not opening it to share with others. I'm opening it for myself. Yeah.
No, I think it's the go for me. Because I'm not trying to get full off a bag of pretzels.
Yeah.
I feel like that's not a good way to go about eating. You're trying to get full off. It's almost like chicken or fruit,
Well, if you're trying to be healthy, then I can see the guilt. I can see that. I don't be trying to be healthy with it.
I just wonder why. Like, what is the reason? Like, just not one more.
I think you just said it,
or
though.
one less. But still, you already ate so much, so why not one more?
But why would you feel bad about getting full off pretzels versus getting full off of chicken? Because you're trying to be a little bit healthier. So the chicken is the healthier option, so that's why the guilt comes in. Whereas if you're not worried about being healthy, you're just saying, bro, I'm not hungry, or I'm still hungry, so I'm gonna just eat these chips until I get full. It's not the healthiest option, but if you're not thinking about maybe I should be eating healthy or maybe I want to change up something, then I don't think you're gonna have that guilt.
I think I'm more trying to question why are we deciding that's the point to stop? Because either way, I'm stopping around halfway-ish. Why is it specifically that one? Because the one more, say it's just one little pretzel or one little chip, isn't going to make you any more fuller, really.
I think for some people it does. But if you're questioning people's guilt, that's what got you.
I don't know.
hung
It's
up.
deep. Yeah, I
That's what got
can't
you, 'cause,
really. I
yeah.
don't really understand that.
Like, I don't feel the guilt like that. But the reason I don't is because in my mind, I'm already telling myself I'm working out in the morning anyways. So as long as I have a reason, I don't have to feel the guilt behind it.
I want to know. I want to know what is in the subconscious, really.
Yeah.
Because you're right. It is the guilt. Like I'm
Yeah.
stopping at some point. If it is a
Right.
family bag, I'm stopping at some point. But why is it just not the next handful? Because that's really not going to do that much damage. The damage was already done.
No, we say that.
The damage was already done
Think
eating
about this,
the
though.
however many
Think about
handfuls
this, though.
before.
If it's 3 donuts left and you eat one and it's 2 left, that is a big difference. Especially if it started out with 12. Whereas if you eat 8 of them things, you're like, all right, well, at least it's 4 left over for somebody. I don't feel that's bad. If it's 2 left over, you're gonna feel bad.
Donuts
about
are
that.
a big deal.
You're
though,
gonna feel
compared
bad about
to one
that.
chip or
You
one
still-
pretzel or
still
one
gonna feel-
cookie.
No, if it's a bowl of Cheetos and you take 2 handfuls of that bowl of Cheetos, you're gonna look and say, bro, I took too much. Whereas if you take 1 handful of Cheetos, you're gonna look and say, you know what? There's still enough for other people to have it. I think that.
No, I'm talking about eating by yourself.
But yeah, if you eat by yourself, then I don't think the guilt really matters unless you're trying to just feel good or not feel bad about how
There's
much.
got to
you
be a
eat.
subconscious thing going on there.
Yeah, man, people be guilty. Yeah, a lot of people feel guilty though, bro.
I'm saying even beyond that, like why? I'm just literally wondering why the extra chip,
It's the guilt part. We
or
just talked
why
about
not
it.
the extra chip versus when you specifically stopped eating.
The guilt is what is the balancing part. Think about because you're taking food out the equation, so it's not an issue of comfort. It's literally
I agree
why
with
do I
you.
feel good or why won't I feel good if I take 1 extra chip? The only reason you wouldn't feel good is if what? You're going to feel guilty about the consequences of it, whether it's, dang, I shouldn't have ate that much, or I don't like how this looks, or
One
man, it
more
tastes too
chip
much.
ain't gonna do anything though.
But it does in theory because it's an additional one. And then one more to another one more to another one more. And that's ultimately how you get to the binge. Because of the theory of it's just one more, it's not going to hurt. When in actuality, it does hurt.
Well, I looked up. I was actually trying to find an answer for this.
Yeah, what they say?
I couldn't find anything.
What they
but
say?
we got something that people might be interested in. You probably already know, but companies are just lacing our foods with sugar, salt, or fat for us to be addicted.
Uh-huh.
Junk food specifically triggers our brain's reward zones the same way drugs and alcohol act.
Mm-hmm. Endorphins, baby.
Every time you eat sugar, your brain releases dopamine, the happy hormone, and you feel
That's
good.
Endorphin, yeah, dopamine.
In fact, the food manufacturers spend millions to find the bliss point for each food.
Yeah.
The irresistible ratio of
Yeah.
sugar, salt, and fat. These foods bypass our normal fullness mechanisms, which is why you could eat them all day and not feel full.
Yeah.
Over time, your body becomes less sensitive, so you want to eat more to get the same dopamine rush.
Yeah.
We're basically eating drugs.
Yeah.
So there you go. That thought of why not just one more chip sparked me to look it up, but maybe that's something that someone will enjoy today, or someone will take the thought as they go on.
I
And
love
you know,
these
we have dinner later on, and we have
In fact,
late night snacks potentially. Think
Whenever
about
you,
that.
and research, and then had this conversation as well. Research, then come back and play this conversation. You gonna really get like all the way in this thing. Trust me on this one. I like it though, baby. I like it. It's a science behind everything though. But at the same time, all good things in moderation, man. Whatever you do, moderation. Can't go wrong that way. All right. So with that being said, though, you ready to start this off, baby?
Yeah.
Man, let's get it going then. All right. So let us know where you're tuning in from in the comment section. We give those big boy shout outs to start today's show. Let's get it. Oh, and hit that like button one time. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so. Notification bell as well.
All right. We got McMar 16 representing everyone in Iowa, especially the 412.
All right.
Pickett lied about Addison, and I couldn't be happier getting him at 32. I think it's all part of the plan.
Oh, he lied about him. Oh, Lord.
I think it's all part of the plan. Rod Dulles, 330, Youngstown, Ohio. Share a line, baby.
You know, share a line in the house. Let's ride.
What else we got in the house? Looks like Chad Schrader's tuning in from the hometown,
Shout out
Pittsburgh,
to Chad.
PA.
Let's go. Let's go, Chad.
Thomas Villa, back to the fold. 602, Phoenix, Arizona. I think he means back in the fold.
Yeah, I think
Back
so.
in the fold.
Yeah.
Back to the fold.
Back to the fold.
Mick
Shout
333.
out to the Suns, though, man. KD.
Huh?
Shout out to KD and them Suns, though, man. You
What
said
has he got?
Phoenix.
3 wins, right?
Yeah.
Evan Holmes, Ohio University. I was about to say Mick 333. I just passed him. Broward County, 954.
Let's go. Let's
Joe
go.
Gerbis, the 580, Ada, Oklahoma.
Let's go.
This convo had me confused.
All right, man, because you be binging too much. Or maybe you don't binge enough. But why is it that you want to stop when you say I'm going to stop? If you're not full. Think about it. Think about it.
Something to think about.
See?
Damon Brown, 706, Augusta, Georgia, in the building.
Let's go.
Bring Bud back 1 year, $4 million. I feel like it's a fair deal. Can we
Yeah,
get him?
sounds
How
pretty
about
fair.
a little 3.5? Real deal, RC, 757, Norfolk, Virginia. What's good, fellas?
Crib. Major shout out. Let's go.
Bradley Daniels, Omaha, Nebraska, the 402.
Omaha.
Shay Z, we in the 209, Modesto, California.
Let's go.
John Easton, San Diego, California, 619. Eat what you want, you only live once.
Mm-hmm.
Jan 5472, tuning in from the 479.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
Bentonville, Arkansas. Cody James, the 860. Felicia Bellard, the 337, down in the dirty South.
All right, let me tap in real quick. Let me taps in. Because I got John Malesko, tuning from the 270, Elizabethtown, Kentucky. Still is strong in the bluegrass state. Shout out to the bluegrass and the green grass. You know I like it all. Jamie Carlo tuning in from the 321, Melbourne, Florida. Second time's the charm. You better believe that. Then after that, we got Jordan Vowles. Shout out to Jordan Vowles tuning in from the 843, Charleston, South Carolina. And the homie Richard R. Bezos in the house in the 310, Carson, California. And then I'm going to end it on Tristan Strother tuning in from the 412, South Hills, Brentwood in the house. All right, a little bit of housekeeping. We did have the homie Stan Claire pull up early to drop a advance. Bless you.
Thank you.
5 gift memberships to the channel, man. Salute you, Stan Claire, man. He gifted those memberships to Pittsburgh Tidy 86. I'm _ Toxic Cookies. I am Pat Firemove. Steelers Girl 808. Jack Wiersma. And Adonis Meets Christ. Each and every one of you guys, welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And shout out to you, Stan Claire, paying it forward, man, being an awesome person. We definitely appreciate you as well. And I'm going to do this on the front end so I do not forget.
Sure.
Today's show is brought to you by True Classic Tees. Yeah, no, you see what your boy got on. Deke can attest to it as well. These shirts, super duper comfy, but stylish at the same time because you don't want to have to substitute or sacrifice style for comfort. I hate when that happens. But with a shirt like this, man, see the biceps stay a little tight. You say it right.
You got it all.
Still got a little wiggle room right here. So if it is a cheat day or I happen to binge a little bit harder the night before, I got a little play room, baby. And it just looks good. I mean, you can't complain with the drip, drip, drip. All right. But like we always do, we're going to talk about them. You know, we got a promo code. Promo code is Moats. Use that. You get 25% off of your purchase at True Classic Tees. So do not waste time, baby. Join the club. They got shirts, long sleeve, short sleeve hoodies, and the comfort sweats as well, man. You definitely want to check them out. There's the promo code. Shout out to True Classic Tees. Alrighty.
Super chats?
Let's do it.
All right, first one. Hold on, let me get my computer situated here.
Hey, Deke, man, you look real good today, bro. I don't know if I told you that,
I
man.
appreciate it.
Like you got the hat on with the flannel, taco meat showing, the Patagonia shorts. Like, you look good. Like you somebody's accountant. I don't know. Like, you just got a nice spring dad fit going on right now, bro. You look real good, though,
I
man.
appreciate it.
I like your style.
Yeah, I
like
feel
your
like I
style
found
man.
a good dad hat, a good staple in this pit one.
That's clean right there. That's
Yeah,
a
I
clean
feel like
look
this
right
is going to be in the rotation a lot this upcoming year.
Respect.
Gorilla Mode, what do y'all think KP would rank coming out in this year's class? I'm seeing Ian Rappaport and others saying 4 QBs could go in the first round. It's a great question.
I actually have not thought of it to the full extent. Yeah,
right now, or if he was coming out
last
of college out of Pitt.
Yeah.
We could do both. Right now, I'd say he should go 1. I had the same theory. Do you remember this? I had the same theory with Daniel Jones' rookie year.
Okay.
Going over Joe Burrow. Like, Daniel Jones actually had a really good rookie year. So I was like, wait, none of these other guys have proven they could play in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
And Daniel Jones has all the tools that you're looking for. So why not take him number 1? I feel the same way about Pickett. Like, I feel like he's only going to get better. Proved he could play at a high level.
Yeah.
So, I'd take him 1. Now, the Daniel Jones take was god-awful, clearly.
No, it wasn't god-awful. It was just in the simple sense of, at that time, that was information that we had.
Right.
We can't account for upside because essentially that would be, if I make an argument against Kenny being the guy right now, I'm arguing Bryce Young, C.J. Stroud, Will Levis, and Anthony Richardson's upside is just that much better than where Kenny is right now after I've already seen him play one full season. I can't say that. So, yeah, I mean, I share a similar sentiment. If we're talking about Kenny that we just saw play a whole rookie season in the NFL, yeah, I'm going with the guy that just played a whole rookie season in the NFL and was winning games and was actually being a good quarterback down the stretch. I'm going to do that. But if we're talking about Kenny coming out of college versus those guys coming out of college, well, yeah, that's a different conversation to me. Kenny, that'll be interesting. Everyone's coming out of college at the same
it's probably
time.
it's probably between him and Richardson for the 4th.
See, I had him in 3rd. That's why I was.
You'd put him over Levis
at 3rd. Yeah,
for sure.
I liked him at 3rd because to me, I thought that he was still more consistent. Like Levis has like all the. I get it. He's exciting, but to me, I just thought that Kenny's senior year was more consistent across the board, which is obviously why he flew up the draft boards the way that he did, compared to where he was viewed, the year prior to that. Yeah, but I would probably still roll with either Bryce or Stroud over him if they're all coming out of college at the same time. Just because like some of the things like the extension of the plays, the just bigger arm, more athletic in certain elements. But other than that, I still, like I said, like Kenny over Levis, and definitely like him over Richardson. Richardson, obviously, like he's gonna wow you. He has all the traits. Like what he did at the combine was dope. I don't think anybody didn't think he was a great athlete though. But when we're talking about like playing quarterback, I don't care about all like the athletic traits. I want to know, can you do it consistently? And at least we know with Kenny, collegiately, when he was coming out, he did show that he could do that part. So that's why I would probably have him at 3 right now.
Where I would have him,
Levis ahead of him.
I don't know. What's interesting? I don't know. I think the general consensus would definitely have Levis over him.
Okay.
Me personally, I don't know because even coming into last year's draft, I had questions, I guess, in a way about Pickett. Because if I knew Pickett would be playing like this in the NFL, I would have said take him number 1. Mm-hmm. I think a combination of that. There was uncertainty with us. We signed Mitch. Mm-hmm. Are we really going to be starting a rookie QB?
Right.
Why are we going to draft someone early? Are they going to be better than Mitch? Matt candidates. There was a lot. So I don't even know. I don't know how I would feel. Damn.
Because I'm trying to not look at them as who would I have wanted for the Steelers to take. I'm just simply looking at it as, man, if all these quarterbacks are coming out, who do I think was better?
Yeah, I think
that's kind of how I think.
I think it'd be depending on who you're talking to.
Yeah.
If you want the more ready pro prospect, pick it.
Right.
If you want the upside, the cannon arm, you would maybe put Levis or Richardson over Pickett.
Because Richardson has all of these intangibles and like a crazy high ceiling, but his floor to me is very low in contrast to some of the other quarterbacks, just based on what we saw from him. And that was a similar conversation that we had when we talked Malik Willis versus Kenny Pickett. We said Malik has a higher ceiling because of the infinite athletic ability and the strong arm, but his floor is a lot lower because we said when you watch him on tape, he doesn't read coverages as well. Sometimes he gets in trouble with his athletic ability and he extends plays a little bit too long and misses throws or misses reads and just makes it way harder on himself. I think when we're talking, like you said, if you want somebody that can come in and play now, Kenny's going to win that argument every single time. But if you're looking for the person that you don't have to put out there in year 1 and you feel like I can let this guy develop for a year or 2, well, then, yeah, you take a Richardson or you would maybe take a Malik Willis.
That'd be fun. Yeah. That would have been, because I think the quarterbacks before, too, in what, 20, what year was it, 2021?
We talking about with who?
With like Mac Jones, Fields, Zach Wilson, Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
I remember at the time we were like, would Pickett have been the last quarterback out of these guys taken in the first round? Mm-hmm. After Fields, Mac Jones, Trey Lance, Trevor Lawrence. He might have. That's how they were talking about.
Trevor was the can't miss guy. Fields had just like all world intangibles and skills.
That's how they were talking about.
Mac was the
Pickett's class
one
compared to that class.
Mac
they were like,
was the sleepy
we don't even know if one of these quarterbacks would have
even
went higher
than them dudes. Yeah, because Mac he definitely was the one that when you watched him initially, you didn't think he was like that. But then when the draft started happening, everybody like talked him all the way up until like the top 5 at one point, where they were asking would San Fran take him over Trey Lance at what, 3?
I mean, he was good at Bama though.
Yes, but remember we talked about like the intangibles of, okay, who is he throwing it to? What is all this other the talent stuff? Almost like the Ohio State conversations when we talk about those guys in a negative way because of who they're throwing it to. It was almost like that, but Mac did show that he could play. So yeah, shout out to Mac though, man.
Yeah, not this last year.
He had no coaching though. He had the real sabotage. That was real sabotage.
I know. I'm not necessarily out on Mac being good, but definitely a down year.
Coordinator to be his offensive coordinator. Make it make sense.
Wasn't optimal. Fish momentum was good, Moats and Deke. Let's get JP Jr. and Jordan.
All right.
Might be possible now.
Low key, my God. You funny.
Young Poppy Benito. Deke, what was your major in college? I went for marketing.
And drip. Definitely the drip. You see it. You see it.
Yeah.
It's real.
Yeah, that was dual major.
Yeah. It was like, whew, this dude crazy. He might as well teach the class.
President Nitty has joined the upper room.
Man, shout out to President Nitty and welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Come on, here. We need to find a way to get Addison. Hashtag the future.
He did look nice in his route running, man. I'll tell you that.
I like that the chat is not dissuaded by the 40 time or some of those athleticism scores that are coming in.
Well, you know,
little underwhelming compared to what the hype was coming in. I mean, that's Pickett's fault.
Yeah. But I'll also...
I mean, you don't say, hey, I think he's going to run a 4.29 or something, 4.3.
You remember how we all looked and we was like, huh? It was like, maybe he knows something we don't know, but I didn't see that. But we'll also say this, man. You're going to get the combine results. Some people overreact to it. Some people going to underreact to it. In terms of like the value of it, remember, it's just a part of the equation. The tape don't lie to you. Trust that tape. You take the combine in there, it does give you some facts, it does give you some information, but yeah, certain players you like, yo, I don't care what he ran, I know what his tape looked like. He one of them dudes for me.
Yeah. And if anything, you should look at Pickett's comments and say, maybe that's what he feels like playing on the field.
Come on now.
Because there is in-game speed.
Some guys.
There absolutely is.
Didn't we talk about that before the combine?
Pickett feels like Addison runs like a 4.29 or a 4.3 when he's on the field.
Yes.
And that's what actually matters. No. And what's funny, too, is I looked at some other combine scores for receivers. Deontay Johnson. Tested very similarly to Jordan Addison. Actually, a worse 40. I think it was 4.5 something. So despite that, what do we say about Deontay Johnson? He gets the most separation out of receivers in the league.
His quickness is elite, man.
Darius Slay considered him a top 5 receiver last season. You know, also I looked at AB. 4.5 something. Like, very underwhelming. Yeah. Very underwhelming. It just doesn't matter. I actually root for it, and remember I said this last year. When Devin Lloyd ran like a 4.6 or something on the 40, I was like, oh, I'm pumped. Now he could actually maybe drop to us.
Yeah.
Because what I actually see is not, it doesn't even matter what I see. I see fast. I see playmaking from no matter who it was. With Devin Lloyd last year, this year, Jordan Addison. That's what I want. I mean, combine time, it doesn't matter.
And then the funny part is this. You get the reverse. You'll get the ones that go out there and run a crazy time. And you cut that tape. You're like, bro, why I always see you getting ran from? How are you this fast, but I always see people peeling away from you?
Why is Claypool not getting separation?
Like, how is your time this fast, but I always see you caught? Or I always see you, like, that's the other part. So, yeah, I'm with you on that, man. The tape, though, that's definitely, somewhere where I always like to reside at, man.
Tyler LaQuatra, thoughts on the John Morant situation? Any advice you would give him as a former pro athlete, Moats?
Yeah, I mean, when you become a professional athlete, man, it's a hard transition. You get money, you get platform, you get spotlight, and everybody expects you to be perfect. Everybody expects you to be cool, but at the same time, mature. They want you to respond in a professional manner, but at the same time, turn up for the crowd. And you got to find that balance, and everybody finds it differently in at different stages. Yeah. When you talk about Ja, it sucks because he's in the social media era. Back when I was young, you ain't really have the lives and the social media as prevalent, so you could do certain things and get away with certain bonehead stuff, and it just wasn't on camera. But for Ja, man, that's something that he has to learn and deal with. I'm hoping that, they get him talking with the right people. It sounds like the organization down in Memphis is going to do that, but yeah, man, it's one of them things, man. It's very, very difficult though, and everybody has an opinion. You got the crowd that say you not tough because you had your parents in your life and you grew up in a suburban or a community that was a suburb. Man, there's plenty of suburbs where shootings and drug dealings happen, though. So that's the other part of it. But people are quick to kind of judge him, in that manner. So what do? Sometimes you overcompensate at times. And that's another thing that you got to deal with, man, as a young player, just as a person just trying to figure it out at that level. And when you watch Josh, sometimes I'm like, man, he's a young kid. But at the same time, you feel like you don't have to prove everything to everybody. Almost like the rabbit ears type of thing. Somebody say you soft or somebody say you not tough. He felt like he got to go prove it. Somebody says he's not, he got to go prove it. Yeah, just a young guy, man. But I'm hoping that, he get that thing correct because he's talented as heck, man. There's a ton of money on the table for him too, man. You don't want to mess that up. You work your whole life to finally get to this stage and you get here. Now you want to mess it up? Nah, don't do that, baby. So that's kind of what I would say. Or that's kind of my thoughts on it.
Banana Pistol, what do you make of JP Jr.'s 1 interception in 30-plus starts?
I mean, you want more productivity, sure. But when I watched the tape, he wasn't getting thrown at a ton either. I feel like in certain contexts, that does matter. If it was a corner where I'm seeing people pick on him and he doesn't get any type of interceptions or any type of PBUs, I think that'd be different. But you watch him, his numbers in terms of PBUs are high. Very, very high in terms of the pass breakups. Because he's very long and he can get to those to the pass and stuff like that. But to me, they didn't challenge him that often when he was at Penn State on defense. And because he was in man-to-man coverage a lot, it's just a lot tougher to get interceptions when you're focused on the man versus when you're in zone concepts. You can just see the ball. It's easier to break on stuff. It's easier to come off of coverage and make a play on the ball. For Joey, I think that was just, the part of it. But yeah, of course you would want to see him have more picks, but that's why when you hear us talk about a guy like Christian Gonzalez, who is very similar man to man, didn't get thrown at a lot, but you see how he was getting interceptions, you could just tell the difference of why we would like a person like him slightly over a Joey Porter just because of the man-to-man and ball skills that you see. That's the difference between when I look at those two guys. But outside of that, I'm not really overly concerned about the one pick because he has a ton of PBUs during those games.
Yeah. I feel like if I had a choice between yards given up versus picks, I would rather have less yards given up versus getting maybe 2 picks.
2 picks, yeah.
You have more yards given up and you have more touchdowns given up.
Yeah.
Almost, you remember Asamoah back with the Raiders?
Yep.
He didn't get really picks at all. No one threw his way. He blanketed the whole one side of the field. I feel like that's more sustainable. Because remember Trevon Diggs?
Yeah.
2 years ago?
Ton of picks, but gave up a ton of yards.
Right.
Yeah.
I'd rather have the consistency from a corner where it's just okay, we could rely on you, lock down this side of the field. If it goes your way, you're going to be able to do the pass breakups and everything. It's kind of
like the Marcus Peters conversation where he going to get a pick, but he going to get caught on double moves and stuff because he's really easy in the backfield. He's going to attack. But, yeah, it's depending on what you want to live with. Do you want the guy that's going to create that splash, but you got to live with the nastiness of it? Or you want the guy that's going to be more consistent, playing and play out, but necessarily not give you the same level of splash?
Young Papi Benito, what's your go-to research snack?
Right now, I have shifted. Wifey went and got us the little box, the variety of cereals. So it's Fruit Loops, Apple Jacks, cornflakes, Pops, stuff like that. So yeah, now that's my go-to. I grab 1 or 2 of them things, take it on up to the casa or take it on up to the boom boom room.
Whatever's in the cabinet, honestly. Whatever's in the cabinet or the fridge.
I get the little the little cereal boxes, boy, be a wrap. I had the Cocoa Puffs up there last night.
Fish Momentum Ambition back at Frankie I's May 13th.
Let's go.
9 p.m. to 1 a.m.
Let's go. Oh, he on the late night. Let's ride.
Yeah, okay. So he just did the Frankie I show this last weekend. Hopefully it was good. Black and Yellow Texas Steel. AB still got it. Put that dish on.
He did catch the one-hander on stage. You see that?
Yeah.
That was pretty fire, bro. And he's an owner now, too, bro.
I have no doubt he still got it.
You think he'll sign himself? Now that he's owner?
Jordan.
Or is he above playing in the Arena League? But he owns the team.
If I had to pick, I'd say he's above it. He's an owner now. That's his vibe.
Think about this: if he went on the field for an arena team that he owns, would it not boost revenue for that week?
It absolutely would.
So wouldn't that put more money in his pocket anyways?
Depends on what he's trying to do.
Yeah, does he want to get back to the league, or is he just trying to be a rapper, entertainer, owner?
All depends.
He caught that one nice though, bro. And those weren't NFL gloves. Those were like them.
I have no doubt he can still play. I have no doubt.
Yeah.
Can he stay on the field? How do I want to phrase this?
Can he not get?
Can he not be problematic? Yeah, there you go.
Can he not get in his own way? Not be problematic? Can he be a law-abiding citizen? Can you just do that? Just give me that. Yeah.
Sean McCartney, wish Siaki Ika benched. I liked Mozzie Smith's bench.
Okay. Yeah, man, it's always interesting, man, when, certain guys decide to participate in some of the drills or some of the testing, whereas other guys will, want to chill. It's pros and cons to both elements of it, because they will put your body through a ton before you ever get to testing. So when you see a guy maybe not run as fast as he typically would think he could be, or a guy isn't as fluid, there's a lot of that goes on, man. That's why some dudes really do wait for the pro day, where it's just like you're just feeling better. You can control the settings. So with that, man, Siaki, he decided not to. Shout out to him. But yeah, Mozzie, man, impressive. I'm with it.
Yeah, I think he had the most out of the D-line. It was 30-some, 33.
Yeah. But you watch him. I mean, he's strong. You see how he plays.
Jacob Malesio, peace and prayers to all. Appreciate y'all from the heart.
Hey, man, likewise. We appreciate you.
Gorilla Mode, shout out to John Bones Jones for the dominant performance.
Facts.
Greatest mixed martial artist of all time?
Facts.
Question mark. I need to see Jones versus Ngannou.
First off, there's no question mark. He is the guy. I mean, you talk about the amount of title defenses, not just UFC wins. We're talking title defenses. This dude is filthy, man. Now for him to step up, go win him the heavyweight belt. Took him, a minute and 30, 2 minutes tops. He's like that, bro. And he got kicked in the nuts. It's craziness. Yeah. Oh, and then for the people that were like, oh, man, he dopes, he's a Pico and all that other stuff. Well, they even did the new ruling to show that, based on the new studies, that, yeah, it was never enough. And the owner of the company even said that it shouldn't be ruled a no contest anymore. It should go back to being a win for him. So, yeah, man, to me, I don't think there's any debate. Yeah, he's the guy. And in terms of Jones versus Ngannou, I mean, it would be cool, but I do feel like Ngannou overplayed his hand. He thought that he was a little bit bigger than he actually is. And yeah, now that Jones...
What's his next thing?
He's out. He's not in the UFC no more.
Wasn't he going to go to boxing?
Yeah. He's trying to see if he can get the Tyson Fury situation. If he does that, cool. But I don't think it's going to... he'll make more money doing that than obviously like when he was fighting.
Will he get smoked?
Heck yeah. Absolutely. So
yeah, what are you becoming?
Right. So it's like...
Are you just taking the money?
So
like,
now you're going to try to go to a
different...
different league. So you have, the different like Bellator and all the different mixed martial arts companies, but they're not going to be respected the same way as when you were fighting in the UFC. And that's something that I think that he didn't account for by leaving. Yeah, he might make more money, but like you talk about, his legacy is not going to be the same. He's talking about, oh yeah, man, the heavyweight king. Like, bro, you're definitely not the heavyweight king. Like, you can't be that. And who are you even going to fight to even make it look like you bout something right now? Because all the killers in the UFC. So
yeah, and if you go to boxing and fight a Tyson Fury, yeah, it could be box office, but yeah. As you said, Tyson Fury
and
is pretty damn good at boxing.
And let's be real, it's already been done before. It's never going to sell more than Mayweather and McGregor. We've already seen this act. Like, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Fish Momentum Moats, did you get my mock picks in the email?
I have not checked the email just yet, but we did get a ton of mocks. In fact, you might check the website, though, because I know we did update the mock drafts on the website, man. We did put up a ton of new ones up there, so definitely check that out, arthurmoats.com. But yeah, I will get back. We do mocks at the end of the week, so yeah, man, I be having to like decompress a little bit. The mocks be coming in, though. Shout out to you, though, and a lot of y'all that sent the mocks in. Deke, every time we post, like, talk about the mock, bro, we get like an extra like 30, 40 emails just mock drafts, bro. Y'all keep us on our toes, man. Salute all of y'all, man. But definitely gonna tap in with you, though. Official Momentum. You already know that from the heart, baby.
AJ Martinez says, I get my instant high from road ragers. When the light turns red, it's time to cash that check that their mouth writes. LOL. Just be nice, please. Sabotage 7.
Fair enough. Yeah. Always preach kindness, man. Instead of hunking on that horn, because you never know.
Hold on, what's AJ doing? He's giving him the stare down.
Oh, yeah, you know that. He's like, oh, yeah, what's all that you was talking? You need to make that eye contact. People don't want to make eye contact at the light. They be trying to look straight ahead. You be like, nah, play with all that hunking you was doing, all that tailgating you was doing, partner. But nah, man, I don't play with the road rage because you never know, man. There's been plenty of people that have been taken out over road rage, man. Yeah, but AJ might work different for you. For people like me, when I get out the car, I figure I'm just stay in the car. I'm good. Yeah.
AJ Martinez says Deke Diglering it out and Moats rolling 107.
Oh, okay. Shout out. Actually, I feel bougie now. I feel real bougie the way I consume my flour. I'm bougie now.
Yo Young, don't get how everyone knows QB ceilings. It's a brain position. When did everyone get brain scans of the prospects? Physical abilities is like 15%.
I mean, you're accurate with that concept and with the thought process, but I think you're misinterpreting the method. When we talk about a person's ceiling, you can watch tape and learn their decision-making process. You can see how fast they read coverages without ever technically having to physically go inside and scan a brain. You can just tell, all right, if it takes this guy 3 seconds to go from realizing this is cover 3, he needs to work the backside, versus this quarterback that can see it within a second. That's how we determine ceilings versus floor, because at the NFL level, the amount of time that some of these quarterbacks had at the collegiate level, it's just not realistic at the NFL level. You don't have that much time to just be sitting back there. Or when you talk about how fast a guy gets open in college versus at the NFL level, it's night and day. And if a quarterback, when you're watching him on tape, is hesitant or he shies away from that, that's how you can determine his ceiling or not, because you're telling yourself, I've seen this guy in this situation 20 times and he's only made the correct play 5 times. So the sample size gives you that type of information. So that's kind of, the thought process when we talk ceilings versus floors. But obviously people can still evolve. And I think that's also something that, goes into the evaluation process, because it's not a perfect science. Some people are late bloomers. Some people, they just have to get in a different situation. Some people, man, you put him next to this player, he looks way better. You take away from that player, he looks totally different. And I think that also goes into it as well, man. But, it's all a part of the equation with it, man. But when you watch that tape usually going to tell you the truth about a person, because their habits show up. You watch them enough, you can't hide. You can't lie. Your body language, your thought process, your what you do, it just shows. So,
You're probably thinking, if you're drafting a quarterback with a so-called high ceiling or, big-time prospect, that the mental stuff can be taught, the reading of the defenses. Whereas literally arm strength, your speed,
you don't,
your physical ability, that you can't teach that. You're just gifted that by God. Now, I do think somehow you can improve your arm strength, because I saw Brady do it throughout his career.
Yeah, it's the difference between an outlier, though, like we talked about.
I do feel like it probably has a lot to do with like core and like legs and stuff, though, too.
Because he shifted his whole nutrition and all that stuff.
Yeah, I believe
whole
that,
way of
because
training.
You see it in golf. Like, it's unbelievable. These little dudes can bomb it, and it has nothing to do with how physically strong you are.
It's fast can you shift that energy from here to here.
Core. Yep. So that's probably a way you could increase the arm strength. But everything else, like, that's tough. If you're 6'5", you're 6'5". If you're 4'4", 4'5" speed, like, is that going to change that much throughout your career? And if you're a quarterback, you shouldn't care about that as your top priority. You should focus on leading a team and knowing how to play the quarterback position. So, I think that's where people are going with it. It almost kind of goes to your point as well. Next one, we got Young Bobby Benito. Christian Gonzalez is gone, boys. SMH.
Nah, he was flying out there, man. We're going to talk about him, man. Absolutely. Because we got to talk about some of these stock up, stock down guys today, man.
Q, I know y'all saw Jack Campbell killed the combine.
Yeah, man. He put on a show. Definitely did.
AJ Martinez, a guy that looks like Mitch, but thinner, is on a pizza commercial delivering pizza. LOL. Hashtag fight for Rita. LOL. AJ is the safety net.
There it is.
Hashtag cornerback Gonzalez and hashtag runs Lois.
I don't know. He say fight for Rita, though. Shout out to Rita, man.
Steeler Nation on fire. It's a new era. Hopefully this era we can draft cornerback.
Yeah. I mean, we're going to take our shots. That's what we definitely going to do, man.
Our Barley 18. Habib, GOAT. Jones looked bad versus many people. Habib dominated everyone.
Who did Habib fight? There were champions. How many defenses? What are we talking about? John got more title defenses than Habib has UFC fights total. Period. It's no conversation, man. Like, what we talking about here?
Steeler Nation on fire. This is to the Steeler players that are training in Florida. Stay safe and be careful. Don't want another Dwayne Haskins situation. Hashtag rest in peace, Dwayne.
Nah, facts.
Steel Tar Heel 704 has joined the upper room.
Steel Tar Heel 704X. Welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. And we greatly appreciate you.
Joshua Williams. Steelers really loved Anthony Miller and Calvin. Think we should go Branch or Nolan Smith, who plays every linebacking position on the field.
Okay. Now, when you're speaking, are you talking at 17 or are you speaking on that?
He's probably just talking drafting a receiver early.
Gotcha.
Either or. Because now they're with Nolan Smith and how he did at the combine. I think they got him starting to creep up into the first round.
Gotcha.
Branch, though, he's another one of those prospects.
Mm-hmm.
Good thing he tested bad. Might fall a little bit. I don't know if we're going to need him, though. If we resign Edmonds and Casey, it's not going to matter.
That's really like the big hiccup right now. But we got a couple of days.
If we sign one of them, I think we could splurge on safety. I think we could.
We got 9 days to get the deal done. Free agency on the 15th, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got 9 days.
Yeah. Well, tomorrow's
franchise tag day, right?
Right. So we're going to get some news here about Lamar Jackson and Danny Dimes.
Because Carr just signed with the Saints. Somebody just signed. Oh, Pollard. He got the tag. I was going to say, somebody just got the tag. Yeah, Tony Pollard got the tag today.
Christian Mathias. Draft order. O-line, D-line, Addison, and CB. I don't think we're getting Addison.
At what, 49? Is that what you were saying?
Yeah, that would be the second round pick.
Yeah. That'd be a heck of a fall.
I'm rooting for it.
No, I ain't mad. Because everybody that does something bad at the combine, all they do is go back to the pro day and make it all look good. Joe Hayden, 4.5 at the, or was it 4.5, 4.6, something like that at the combine. 4.4 at the daggone pro day. Everything was good. He went top 5. That's how it always be, man. My man Jordan gonna go back to that. He gonna go back to Cali. He going back home to the crib. Back to Cali. Then he gonna run his little 40 out there. He gonna have a little nice little time. And everything be good.
Well, not even that. He still ran a 4.49.
Yeah, it's still not fast.
Terrible.
No.
But they're saying with his body weight and stuff and his size, it
you just
didn't
expect
really
faster.
play out as well as it should have.
It's funny when I hear people say 4.4 is slow. I'm just like, you've never been on that football field with 4.4. 4.4 is rolling. When you talk 4.2, that's like elite speed. But the amount of people that are actually running 4.2s out there ain't a lot of that. 4.4 though, man, that is plenty fast. Yeah.
The other thing with Addison is I feel like no matter what he does at the pro day, if it's even the same speed, he's still going to be a top 3 or 4 receiver prospect. And how these receivers have been getting drafted these last several years, there's like 5 or 6 that always go in the first round.
If Jordan would have ran 4.3 or 4.2, he just bumps himself in the top 10 category. Right now, he doesn't hurt anything. He just didn't boost his stock. Because when you cut his tape on, he still has elite level separation. And why is that? Because he knows how to change levels when he's running his routes. He understands how to have good hot feet when he's getting in and out of his breaks. He's fundamentally sound in terms of when he's catching the football. Those are all the reasons why he's still going to be a dope prospect and a dope player at the next level. We just look at the 4.4 and say, well, hey, if this guy ran 4.3 or this guy ran 4.2, what does that got to say about him? He's slow. No, he's not slow. That just means these guys are elite speed. But elite speed, if it's just straight line, you're Tyreek Thornton. I don't care about that. I want a dude that can get open. Can you beat a press? Can you sit down for a zone? Can I motion you? Can you be on the point? Like, what are you capable of? Jordan checks all them boxes, baby. So, yeah, I ain't tripping on that speed stuff like that. In terms of the timing of because he plays fast. You cut the tape on, do we ever feel like Jordan lacks the ability to create separation?
No.
At the end of the day, that's all that matters, baby.
Steeler Nation on fire. Gonna keep preaching it. Bring back my boy Dobbs.
Shout out my dog Dobbs, man. Shout out.
Yeah, if we get rid of Trubisky. Christian Mathias. He keeps preaching Fire Canada. AJ Martinez says, numbers run slow. Yes, Addison. Let's go. That was incomprehensible. I'm not even going to lie. Miss Trita, sweet.
That's the one from Thursday. I remember her.
Yeah.
Yeah, Miss Trita. Mm-hmm.
Ryan McPherson. Deke, did you hear the new Morgan Wallen album? Not the full album. I heard some of the singles, though, he dropped earlier. Last night. I think, last night. That's the big hit right now.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. JT Anderson, 54. Moats, with your John Jones GOAT defense, then MJ over LBJ.
I don't see how the two correlate personally, but sure. I don't see how they correlate, though, all the way, man. Yeah, one guy has like 15 career fights in the UFC with, 3 or 2 title defenses? Another guy has... 23 fights now, 17 title defenses. You see what I'm saying? And belts in 2 different classes now. It's a totally different conversation. Whereas when you talk Braun and MJ has 6 championships, but he only went to 6. Braun got 4 and he went to 10. So there's room for arguments however you want to face it. You know what I mean? You want the perfection, but you don't go as many times, or do you want the guy who won a ton but didn't win them all? It's an argument there. You can't make that argument with Habib, man. What we talk about, babe? But I like Habib though, man. He was dope though, cause he made wrestlers feel good, and I'm low key. I respect the wrestling movement, bro. I likes it. Like, and everybody don't like that. I likes the movement though.
Joshua Williams, I think he's talking about Cansey. If Cansey is available at 17, take him over Addison. I just don't think he fits. We talked about this.
He's a 4-3 dude. Yeah, I think he's a 4-3 guy personally, man. 3 technique, man, penetrator. I would love him in Philly. If he go to Philly, I would love that. But he ain't gonna last that long. No. Actually, no. Philly's picking early. I forgot. Yeah, they got an early pick. Yeah, like if I'm Philly, if I'm gonna lose Hargrave, then I would pick him potentially. But I haven't done all that Philly scouting. But let's tap into a topic though, man, because we've been rapping, baby. I like it. Yeah, I do. There you go. Where's the thing at? There we go. First topic though. Let's have a little fun with this thing, man. We ain't got to spend a ton of time, but quick update on the XFL, man. Mm-hmm. Josh Gordon was going off this weekend, bro. I don't know if you
saw that. We got the headlines.
Hey, Josh Gordon off this weekend, bro. Josh went off this weekend. It's something.
Still waiting for another receiver.
It's something
to do
about that quarterback who was throwing it to him too. I don't know if you saw that quarterback. The quarterback that was specifically throwing to Josh Gordon, he might be the best quarterback in the whole XFL, bro.
I did see that because there were headlines with him.
Yeah.
Could he come back to the league and be a backup?
Come on, Danucci. Come on, baby. Come on. Tay did have some catches though. He hit the stat sheet in a productive way this week. He had a bounce back.
I wouldn't say that.
It was enough of a bounce back. It wasn't nothing crazy. It wasn't nothing crazy. It was a bounce back.
Am I looking at the same game or is? No, this is. Yeah. I think he had a repeat stat performance pretty much.
No.
Or no, you're right. No. He had 0 last week. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but to say he was stepping in the right direction this week.
This week, 1 catch, 6 yards, 2 targets.
Yeah, he ain't dropped one either. Yeah.
I can't even say bad quarterback play based off this box score. I'm an XFL box score watcher.
Oh, well, no, I'll talk to you about it, though, man. Because
Brett Hundley, 224, 2
Brett
touchdowns.
Hundley, this is his first start. Remember, Brett played for the Green Bay Packers when we played them Thursday night football here at Hines. AB makes the helmet catch. Bosch first time kicking from 50 plus to win it. Yeah, Brett was the quarterback. So they finally made him the starter. So yeah, he played a lot better. But it was weird, man, in the sense of it wasn't a ton of targets towards Tay. So even with it, but I will say this though, Tay was showing intangibles. It was one play, I think it was, I forgot they threw it to somebody. No, seriously, 30 yards downfield. And why is that important? If you're gonna do like that in the XFL, with those guys, that lets me know that if you were at the NFL level, I could trust you to do that. But if you're not going to do that there, why would I even think or trust that you would even care enough about your team to do it at the next level? So intangible wise, yes. But once again, got to keep it going. Same with Josh Gordon. Josh Gordon stock up this week, right? But if he go out there and lay a goose egg next week, what we're going to be talking about? Stock back down. So yeah, man, I thought that Tay did do some good stuff, man. I thought his, in terms of just him moving, I thought he moved a lot better, man. You can see him continue to get better, but Josh, obviously, if we talking who was the better receiver professionally, we know Josh Gordon who he is. But yeah, I was definitely impressed with Josh, though, man. He has some nice stuff. He still look a little bulky to me, though.
Yeah, he has. But
Yeah.
ever since his...
Josh is like thick right now,
I think
man.
it was, after his Cleveland tenure.
Yeah.
You know what? Patriots, it was when he went to the Seahawks. That's when
what
he
it
looked
was.
big.
Yeah, I'm just like, he
Patriots, he
looks
looked good.
like
He actually had a good
really
season with the
massive,
Patriots.
man. I feel like if he could drop some, I'd like him a lot more. I just feel like right now he ain't as like explosive as I want him to be.
Yeah, this dude on the Vipers, Bidet, he's their top target.
Yeah.
I've been yeah, it's crazy. The NFL, the actual guys that played in the NFL, like Martavis and Geronimo Allison, they ain't getting much production recently. So I don't know. Sometimes it just comes down to what connections happen with the quarterback.
So what was the difference?
They're the ones that's controlling the rock.
Yes, to that, but also think about when AB and Juju played, and we would look at Juju and his numbers, and we would say, man, you look at the coverage, the attention that AB gets. There is times when you're looking at Tay, pre-snap, how they still will have attention to him. And I do think that does hurt him in that sense because he doesn't have quarterback play that's going to just take them chances like that. You know what I mean? So I do think that hurts him. But at the same time, now we do want more productivity from him. But I think across the league in the XFL, the offenses all did better this week in terms of just scoring points, finishing drives. Like, it just looked a lot better. The brand of football was improving. So, yeah.
You had something else you wanted to talk about?
Bro, they was tripping in the league, though, bro. Hold on now. All right, so I threw a little reaction video up Friday. I'll research it, and I'm thinking I'm tripping when I see this article. Comes across my screen. XFL quarterback for the Orlando, was it Galaxies or whatever their names are? Bless you.
Thank you.
They had initially released him because he was sharing his team's playbook and plays with opposing teams, plural. I was like, yo, what do you mean sharing the plays? They were like, yo, the dude was sharing his playbook. And I'm thinking to myself, that'd be like Kenny essentially sharing his playbook with like the Ravens, the Browns, and the Bengals. So they initially released him. So I'm like, all right, that seems appropriate. I'm like, you're killing the league's validity, though. If this what you doing, I don't know what you getting paid for, what you trying to point shave. I don't know, where you pissed off. Like, who knows?
I have a theory.
But then it gets better. About 24 hours later, they're like, hold on. They're no longer going to release him. They have reinstated him, but he is on this like reserved list because they said now they want to further investigate what's going on with this thing. I don't know what the heck.
Why would you bring him back?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I don't know.
He can't be in this league again.
It's just craziness, bro. That's an allegation. That's like the Pete Rose. You can't get that allegation on you, bro. Can't have that.
Yeah, that's ridiculous to actually bring him back. You're saying he's on so he's not actually on the team. So he's technically not on the team, but they have him. He's not going to practice with them and stuff. He's on the roster, but on like a reserve suspended list. So think about when Tay was suspended for us, right? And he was technically on our team, but he couldn't come to the facility. He couldn't do anything around the squad, right? But he was technically on the team, but he was on like one of those lists. If you look on the XFL and you go to like the Orlando Galaxy's page, he is like listed. He's not up there on the regular roster. They have a separate spot where it says like reserves / like suspended. And his name is up there, bro. It's crazy. Yeah. They should just have it under cheater.
Yeah, bro. I was like, yo, that's a crazy allegation, though, bro.
Well, maybe why they're bringing him back is to find out who's buying them.
Because they said teams. When they said teams, I'm like, that's plural. I'm not the smartest person, but I'm smart enough. That's plural. It's an S on the end of that thing.
Obviously, there's a market for it.
It clearly was a market for it, bro. Clearly. Yeah.
Takes two to tango on a transaction.
Like, who are you selling the plays to? What's the market for it? And how much are you getting compensated for this inside information? Here it is right here. Reserve list. That's what they have him at. Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah, you can't make this up, bro.
He can never play. You can't get him out on the field. You just can't do that.
You can't trust him.
I can't believe they brought him back.
Yeah.
It doesn't even make sense. Really doesn't. Especially if you're just going to have him on a reserve thing.
Yeah. But funny thing, though, you know who team he played for?
It's got to be just to get the information.
Time out, but you know who team he played for, right?
The Guardians.
With that coach.
Who's the coach? Oh, that was him.
No
wonder.
Yes.
Yeah. So hold on. All right, this is all connecting.
Yes,
so
bro.
there's that. No wonder they were getting smoked 30-0. No wonder.
Yes,
they probably
bro.
felt so defeated.
Yes, is that coach, bro?
It was like probably playing the Patriots back in the early 2000s.
Yes, bro.
Like, how do they know these plays?
When I saw that, I was like, oh, out of all the teams, that's the one? Yep.
Well, here's my theory. He was the backup QB.
Yeah, and they haven't won. They're 0-3.
He was the backup QB.
Uh-huh.
So I feel like he was trying to sabotage Paxton Lynch a little bit, potentially.
Low key, because Paxton.
He got benched.
Paxton did play a lot better this week, too.
Look, I'm looking at his
He
stat
played
line.
way better this Bro, he had a throw at the end of the game. It low key would have had him a chance to come back. He threw it to Charleston Rambo out of Miami. You remember Charleston?
Yeah.
Bro, flying up the sideline, he just couldn't get his foot in bounds. But it was a nice throw, nice catch. I was like, all right, Paxton, I see you, bro.
19 for 31, 219. No touchdowns or picks throwing, but had 10 carries, 43 yards, and a touchdown on the ground.
Mm-hmm. Now, Paxton went straight this week, bro.
Yeah, that's a far cry from getting benched in week 1. But it makes sense if this dude sold the plays before the league started and the other team knows other plays.
I was like, yo, how are you selling? Like, why would you do that? But like you said, if you
sabotage the quarterback,
trying to get the
starting
out,
quarterback, you make a little bank on the side.
Bro, you know what, Deke? You might low-key have cracked the code.
I don't like this guy, though.
But that's probably why they brought him
That's
back.
messed up.
Because they want to investigate it. They got to know who was you selling it to, like, how did it all come about? Because they said apparently the teams, even though they have different state names, they all practice in similar spots. So it'd be like whoever's playing that week, those two teams will be spending like the whole week together. So I know that dynamic is a little bit different, but I'm just like, man, you're trying to have this league have success. You want to give it a chance. It's like, yo, you can't do that type of stuff though, bro.
Brought some buzz to it.
It did, but it kills you at the same time because think about this. They try to have gambling. You could bet on the odds. You're not touching that right now if you feel like there's something janky going on. Imagine at the NFL level, if it ever came out, we speculate.
Oh, yeah, you want your money back on this.
But if you ever heard that really went down, yeah, you want your money back. Absolutely. So think about anybody that's bet on a Guardians game. I'm sure they feeling some type of way. Man, this dude was doing what? Now I need that back. Holla at me, DraftKings. I need that back. Yeah. So that's the part where I'm like, you did get some more eyes on it, but I'm like, you're hurting yourself in the long run because if you get them people scared to bet on it, now them leagues don't want to put that in terms of the betting element. That's a huge part. That's a huge market right now, man. I was like, yo, he tripping, man.
He ain't here for a long time. He's just here for a good time.
Ain't that the truth?
That's what he was thinking.
Sheesh.
It's only the XFL. Whatever.
Hey, we'll stop doing it. It ain't gonna hurt you. I'm like, bro, that's like your last leg, ain't it? Like, if you're there, what's after this?
Well, I've never heard of the guy. Where's he from?
Yeah, Quentin Dumbarty. I don't know where he's from, bro.
Yeah, what place did he play? That's what I'm saying. Like, why don't we know any of these quarterbacks?
We know Paxton. He was a first round. We know the important ones. We know Paxton. We know Brett. We know DiNucci. See, we know certain ones.
What's his name? Quentin
Dumbarty.
Dormady. Where'd he go to college? Like, because you would think, we talked about this. Get some guys at Tennessee, I guess.
Go Vols.
Tennessee. Did he even play for them?
Go Vols.
2017 as a junior.
Shout out to Cody. Cody Kidda.
No, I think he was there the same time as Dobbs.
No, Cody Kidda said he played at Bishop Sycamore. That's where he's from. So he's playing there, bro. That's a good one right there. Shout out to that. I like that.
Yeah, I don't think he played. This was the same time as Dobbs. 2017 as a junior, 2016 sophomore.
Yeah.
So he didn't even make it to his senior year?
He was holding Dobbs'
Or did he
clipboard.
just sit his senior year and has nothing?
Well, because
that's why we don't know about
Who
him.
did they go from Dobbs? Because it wasn't Hooker. Who came after Dobbs? I don't remember that in between.
I don't remember either.
Yeah.
No, but he doesn't even have anything marked for.
Oh, like period.
After that, yeah, it just says
maybe he transferred.
Junior year 20. Yeah, maybe he did. Maybe he got some time somewhere else.
But whatever it is, man, stop selling secrets. That is not the way to get back to the league. That's not the way to have success out here in life, man. No shortcuts in life, man. Just gotta take it one day at a time.
All right, we got a couple super chats here. AJ Martinez says, "Come on, Deke, laughing. We need Addison to run slow." That's what I was saying. I wanted to stalk the drop.
Heck yeah.
Habib is way scary. I've seen Jones getting in trouble too much in Albuquerque in the past.
I mean, if you're talking about good person versus like bad person, sure. But if you're talking about lock him inside the cage, I guarantee you, John Jones, I'm rolling with that dog over the Khabib dog. Yeah.
AJ Martinez, Jones caught dirty in the past. Isn't everyone on the juice in the UFC? I'm not a huge follower. I love the original UFC, number 1 and 2. God bless you, Deke. Thank you. Yeah, I sneezed a couple times today.
Yeah, respect. And that's what I was referring to when they redid the like testing limits to show what is actually an amount, whether you're talking steroids or certain like substances. So the thing that John Jones had actually had his fight ruled a no contest over, they actually went back and said that no, he actually did not do anything that would have been like an illegal amount or anything like that. So yeah, technically, nah, it's not the case for him. Now, I can't speak on everybody in the UFC, but that's what they got testing for that too. So yeah, man. But John's one of the ones that was down there when he was talking about old UFC, middle UFC, and new UFC. He didn't survive all that as a champion, man. That's just one of them things, man. So yeah.
Sean McCartney, was there defensive tackle prospects that can play nose tackle that you think had a good combine performance? Also, do you think we can get Porter Jr. at 32? It looked like Brissy had a good combine.
If I say him, obviously Kalijah.
40.
Yeah, him and Kalijah, they obviously jumped. Yeah, actually, I haven't paid a ton of attention to the D tackles today because we weren't talking about D tackles today. But when we do talk about the D tackles in their combine performance, whether that's Wednesday or Thursday, we got you. Trust me, we got you. And in terms of Joey Porter Jr. at 32, I mean, we can hope he drops there. Was he right? 4.46 and 4.52 or something like that. Yeah, 4.46 is what the people gonna see. They ain't tripping on that. Like I said, that's still fast. He's still long. You still cut the tape on. He played extremely well. And when you take him to his pro day, he's gonna run faster. Everybody runs faster at the pro day just because of how it is stopped in terms of how they tested the mechanics of it. So you're naturally gonna have a faster pro day time. So anything that is viewed as like a negative for him right now from a speed standpoint, that's gonna be wiped away. So, yeah, if he falls 32, great, but I don't think it's really going to happen like that per se. I think if a team loves PZ Jr., they're going to love him regardless. So, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he really hurt his draft stock.
Nah.
I feel like other cornerbacks really helped theirs, though.
Yeah. Like, people will look at the 4.46 and try to make it into like, oh, my God, he's so slow. And it's like, bro, 4.46 is not slow.
Especially with his size.
It is not
with his
slow.
ranginess.
His size, his anticipation, his technique, he is not slow. Don't get it twisted. When you talk about a guy like Gonzalez, that's elite speed. An elite trait doesn't mean that this guy is bad. It just means that this guy has an elite trait. That's literally the difference. But, yeah, PZ Jr. is, if he falls 32, great. We'll definitely take him there. But I personally don't think he's going to fall that far.
Samurai Finn. Bringing in Addison will give us the best receiver room in the league. Give our O-line some credit. Mm-hmm. They're all still improving. Take the best available DB at 32.
Okay. That's a bold move. Super bold move.
I think we could flip those, potentially.
We'll see how it falls to us, though, man. Yeah, we'll definitely see how it falls.
Addison, 32. DB, 17.
Because my concern is how we talked about the receivers last year. But then as soon as the draft started, it was just like, okay, yeah, all that, this guy might drop, he might drop, went out the window.
I am saying, I will say this, though. These receivers aren't getting the same hype as the ones last year, at least.
As the whole class, true. Right now, it's more so just Addison and Jigba. Yeah, they kind of get talked about the most.
But even at that, the things that blew us away at the combine with like a Garrett Wilson, Olave, they were running like 4.3 something, right? So we didn't even get that here. And you got an Addison with a small frame. And Jigba, he just did the catching side. He didn't actually run the 40. So he'll do that at the pro day. Yeah. I don't know. I'll be interested to see how fast he runs.
At the pro day, it's going to be fast. But he'll be fast enough.
You think he'll be in 4.3s? I could see between 4.4 and 4.5. But you're saying if they juice it at the pro day, maybe.
And it's not that they're cheating. The difference is this is just the mechanics. So the pro day, they stop it like a regular race. First thing that crosses the line, they're hitting the clock. At the combine, they stop it when your hip passes it. That's an extra half a second sometimes. That's the difference, man, when you're talking about a guy running a 4.5 at the combine on a laser versus him running low 4.4s, maybe even high 4.3s on a pro day, just because when you stop here, boom, you got me. Whereas when you at that combine, you got to run all the way through, and it's going to hit this hip. So you think about how much of this has to pass through that line before this. So that's, the big difference in terms of why people's times are faster at pro days than at combines.
Sean McCartney, I didn't mean to say he was slow, just mean with other CBs rising.
Yeah.
Also, how do you feel about Steelers going for Orlando Brown?
I mean, I like Orlando Brown. Play right, play left. He's going to be expensive, though. Definitely expensive.
Yeah, because they're not tagging him.
Yeah, but Super Bowl champ, played him 1-1. Yeah, played him 2-1-1. Yeah, he's a good player, familiar with the division. Remember, he was in Baltimore. So, yeah. But it depends, like I said, how much you want to spend. You spend something like that, then you're going to feel really good about your offensive line going forward. But you're not going to be able to have, a high-end Larry Ogunjobi on defense with the Cam Hayward. You're not going to be able to do all that. You're not going to be able to spend as much at inside linebacker or at corner if you're bringing in Orlando Brown because of the tag that's going to come with him. I mean, he's a left tackle, but he can also play right. He legit, he was the starting quarterback on the Super Bowl championship team with Patrick Mahomes. He going to get paid. But I like him a lot, though. Believe I like him a lot.
What's next?
Next up on the list, should be talking about, little combine stock up, stock down. So this is something that we're going to do multiple times this week because obviously there were a ton of people that have participated in the combine. And no, we're not going to be able to talk about everybody today, but the NFL did throw us a little bone here, man. They gave us these articles where they kind of, divided up by position group for us. So today we're going to be talking safeties and cornerbacks in terms of the guys that the NFL kind of looks at as stock up, stock down following said combine performance. And then we'll give our reactions to that. It's a lot of carryover in terms of some of these names, especially with the cornerback group versus some of the safeties. But, it'll be fun.
What's this article called?
Stock up, stock down.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Go to NFL.com. Yeah.
I was going for winners and losers.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and then after that, because they got like 4 or 5 different slats on the page.
Got it. Perfect.
Yeah, so when you go down, click on that safety, quarterback and safety joint. And then from there, man, we can get the rolling. Yeah.
Well, I was going to say, I got a little list here. Well, I think I actually agree with a bunch of these. Yeah, okay. Where do you want to start?
So yeah, man. I figured, man, we start with the list. Read that off, and then we start giving our thoughts, comments, and concerns about if we agree per se or not per se.
Okay. Stock up, Deontay Banks out of Maryland, cornerback. Christian Gonzalez, cornerback out of Oregon. Brendan Hill, safety out of Pittsburgh.
Hell to Pitt.
Deserved.
Hell to Pitt.
Jertavius Martin out of Illinois, safety.
Shout out to
DJ Turner the
second. Shout out to the
Illini. Michigan cornerback. Stock down, Emmanuel Forbes out of Mississippi State. Brandon Joseph, safety out of Notre Dame. And Emmanuel Forbes is a cornerback. I think we all know that, though. Clark Phillips III, cornerback out of Utah. And Keely Ringo out of Georgia. Devin Witherspoon also listed as stock down.
All
Didn't participate. Cornerback out of Illinois.
So some of these guys we've talked about already, based on, when we would do whether the mock drafts or some of the cornerbacks when we talk about the big three when we did Gonzalez and Witherspoon. But yeah, I figured, man, we'll just talk about all of these dudes a little bit. In terms of Deontay Banks, I mean, they like how he tested at the joint. He did show that he was very explosive, though. I think that's, when you're talking about the combine in the context, right? When we should, or in terms of how we interpret it, or when we should put a little bit more stock in it versus not putting more stock in it. For me, I looked at the Deontay Banks situation, and I liked the fact that it was confirming, the 4.3, the explosiveness, because when you watch him on tape, we talked about how outside of his matchup with Marvin Harrison Jr., he never looked like, he was getting ran from or that he was a bad corner. He looked like a really good corner. The big question was versus some of those bigger elite guys, are you going to be able to hold up? Are you going to be as explosive? So it was good to see those numbers reflect that. Christian Gonzalez, man, I am not surprised at him running a 4.38 and being explosive in terms of the vert being 40 plus and the broad jump being 11, because with those tests is how explosive he's getting out of his hips. And when you watch him on tape, man, this dude, when he gets in and out of his breaks, when he's transitioning, that's one of the reasons why he's able to get his head around so often to get in position to make plays on the football because of that. So I thought that was good to see. Brandon Hill, man, he was not on my radar all the way yet, man. But it was good to actually, cut the tape on him, man.
They were drafting late in these mock drafts.
Yeah, shout out
extra pick. No, he's good. I'm telling you, he's really good.
No, I had a chance to watch him a couple of games, man. Dude, when you watch him, man, he's a hard-hitting safety, though, man. Box safety, true strong safety in my eyes, but really good and fundamental tackler. I like his ball skills as well, man. I don't think he's ever going to be like a true nickel corner at this level, but I think that he could definitely be a good safety in terms of just like a guy that you could depend on to make your tackles and obviously give you special teams value and stuff like that. But I definitely liked his physicality though, bro.
He actually wouldn't be a bad call if we miss
Man.
out on some of those top safeties
Seriously.
that are going early day one.
Mm-hmm.
They're saying he's moving up the charts.
Well, because of
first
how well he
sentence they're
tested.
saying day
Yeah.
2 pick.
Because of how well he tested,
So
bro.
that would be 3rd round. Man, I was gonna say if we can snag him in the 4th or 5th,
Yeah,
that'd be
him
pretty
there.
good. If we got like a
Yeah.
Terrell Edmonds and we got him back as a
Yeah.
backup, that'd be cool.
He was giving me Mike Mitch vibes though because of how much he flexed though. He gonna when he bump
Yeah,
you,
I wish he would have came back.
when he bump you, he gonna let you know like, yo, I did that. I like his game though, bro. I was a fan. I like this game a lot, man. Jatavius Martin, shout out to the Illini too, bro. They had a nice little secondary going on, man. Jatavius though, man, this dude's super versatile. Plays safety, play free safety, played nickel corner, play outside corner. Speedy, I like his hips a lot, man. Really good hips, really good ball skills, could tackle. It was weird, man, when I was watching him because I was trying to figure out like what do people not necessarily like about his game per se. And I wonder, is it one of those things where because he could play multiple things, but versus just being like elite dominant at this one thing, is that kind of the knock on him? But I like this game though, man.
DJ Turner, he's the last one on.
DJ
Stock up. Of course, he ran the fastest 40.
Listen.
That's how it works. You run a fast 40, stock up.
DJ, I love all the intangibles. His tape makes me scary as heck though. Y'all talk about Joey Porter Jr. being handsy. Joey Porter Jr. is not handsy. DJ Turner II is handsy. I love his cat quick ability. I mean, when you watch him, he is lightning fast and he is just as quick. The 4.2 that he ran, the 4.26, it shows up. He plays that fast. He has elite hips, elite footwork. Very physical. When you talk about people trying to run at him, he's going to hit you. All right. He could play corner. He could bump inside, play the nickel. But this dude is so handsy down the yard. Collegiately, you can get away with that. Professionally, he's going to get penalized a lot if he stays like that. The thing that I liked about him was this, though. I thought that the upside with DJ was insane. Because I can see it as, if you're one of them teams that feel like, if I could get him in here, I can coach that handsiness out of him. You start him out early in that slot because he has elite speed, elite athletic ability. He could play with all of that. You start him on that slot. Give him some time to develop. Then I think you could flirt with potentially bumping him outside because he does have the athletics and the quicks to match anything that you're looking for out there. But to me, it's just he is super duper handsy down that yard, bro. He grabbing, pulling. I'm like, yo, that's a spot foul in the NFL, man. You can't give up too many 40, 50-yard penalties, man. That'll kill you.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see where he goes.
Yeah.
He was literally off the radar
Mm-hmm.
in terms of all these other cornerback prospects. I don't remember him getting talked about up to like a second-round pick.
He definitely wasn't, man.
Can't remember even 3rd.
Yeah.
So yeah, that might bump him. I mean, if they're talking about Brandon Hill being a day 2 pick, might be the case for DJ Turner too.
Yeah, shout out to DJ though, man. Nah, he definitely played fast. I like that speed game, bro. I definitely like that a lot, man. All right. Then let's see, man. For the guys that they weren't too fond of, a lot of these we are familiar with. Actually, Emmanuel Forbes, we haven't talked about him. Super long frame, man. Super long. But he's wiry as heck. I love his anticipation skills, though, man. He's one of those dudes. He reads routes. He's going to read breaks. He knows that part. Very, very smart dude. Not the most explosive when you watch him on tape. And I feel like part of that's because of how tall he is, how long he is. But I love his long speed. Like, you're not going to run past him down the yard. You can get separation in terms of the short area stuff because I don't feel like he's elite in terms of the quickness there. But outside of that, though, I mean, I like him a lot. I just question, is he more of a cornerback too? Because when I watch him sometimes coming in and out of the breaks, he doesn't look like he's as explosive. And then when you look at his testing numbers, they kind of reflect that when you look at the broad and the vert. And you can just see some of the question marks in terms of if you're playing against a big speed or a big explosive athletes that we look at wide receiver ones as, I'm thinking of that deep end. When they taking you 15 yards down here and they put that foot in the ground and burst across the field, I don't know if he's athletic, like explosive enough coming out of his breaks to get there. He can catch up to it after the fact, but if it's a timing thing like we see with some of these elite quarterbacks and receiver combos, I don't know if he's ever going to be able to stop that per se. So that's one of my concerns with him just based on his tape. And then, like I said, man, when you then when you factor that in with how he tested, along with being super duper light. I think it was a $166, super duper light. That's some of the reasons why I can see them saying stock down on him potentially. But he's a super. I like his cerebral like element of his game though, man. Super smart player, man. You can definitely see that a lot with his tape.
Yeah, I feel like he saved it a little bit with the 4.35 40.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Is he sick or something? 166 pounds?
No, you watch him, bro. He looks thin as heck, bro. He's tall and lanky out there. And that's why
this article says he was 197 at one point. Google has him as like 180. So like, why is there that big of a disparity? That's insane. A 40 to 30 pound difference?
Well, hold on now. I'm trying to think about it, though.
That's 30. 20 or 30. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because I've been listed at 250, 255, and I've walked around at like 232 at that same time. So it's like, I get it. I mean, and he's coming from college, too. The college is always going to boost you up, or depending on where he came in as a freshman versus where he's at now, that does play a factor as well. But you look at him, bro, he is super thin.
Maybe he was trying to lean out for that 40.
Lean out. He don't need to lean. He was already lean watching the tape. He lean, bro. He look like a string bean. He's super tall and like dumb thin. But that's why, like, when you watch him changing direction, I feel like because he's so tall, you got to bring that all down. And that's why he's not as, like, explosive when you look at some of these other, like, smaller
You
corners.
did say the combine wears on you, so maybe he dropped like 5 pounds just being there.
It definitely could, bro, without a doubt. Because you not sleeping. You up all night, meetings, medical, formal, informal. And then after that, they wake you up at the butt crack of dawn, 5 a.m. We go do something for the sake of something. Yeah.
High metabolism, maybe. Brandon Joseph, safety out of Notre Dame.
But going back to Forbes, though, even though he's lanky and thin and all that, he is not afraid to hit you. Let me put that out there. He'll throw that little thing in there. All right. It ain't got a ton of power, but he will hit you. I do like that about him.
And he's got 14 career interceptions.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You ain't tripping. That ball in the air, he going to get it. That is what he does.
6 pick sixes.
100%. That is what he does. He is going to get that rock. Yes, indeed. Brandon Joseph. Brandon, man, is interesting to me. Really good frame. I think he's a super physical safety. I really like his tackling ability, man. His fundamentals. Plays super hard, too, man. You see him chasing plays down, man, making good finishing hits, man. Almost similar to when we talked about Brandon Hill earlier. Turns just like always trying to deliver that final blow and stuff like that. The big knock to me when I watched him was just he wasn't as explosive, man. Some of the open field tackling stuff, you just question with some of the guys, man, in terms of the elite start-stop ability on offense, how is he going to handle some of that type of stuff? And when you look at the the testing part of it, that's where you can see it kind of correlating and kind of showing up. So once again, like I said, the combine, it doesn't make or break you, but it does sometimes give a little bit more truth to what you might be seeing on tape. And with Brandon, that is some of the stuff when you watch him. He plays hard. I think he makes up for his lack of speed with his reads because he is a smart player. But when all things are equal sometimes, that is where you can see that lack of athleticism kind of hurt him a little bit. Man, they tried to use at times. It was like it kind of looked like Kyle Hamilton light out there. It's like they try to do some of the things like, yo, but you not all the way. But you nice, though. You nice. He's still a good player. But it was it's a little different, man.
I'm happy about this one.
Oh,
Clark
yeah.
Phillips,
Yes.
the third.
Yes.
Keep dropping. Hopefully we'll get you in the third or fourth.
Absolutely. We like Clark's game a lot. I was a little surprised, man, with the 4.51, though. I was a little surprised by that, man.
Don't matter to me.
I'm with you. But I was surprised. I thought he was going to be faster than that. And then the flip side, the one that really shocked me, Ringo.
Well,
no, let me hear your Ringo.
No, I'm saying. I mean, he ran a 4.36.
That's what threw me off was this. When I watch him, though, I don't know. I never felt like he was playing like to that type of speed.
I'm saying that's good for him though, but like
no, it's great speed. I was just surprised by it. Like I'm surprised that he ran that fast. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah. I thought, I don't know how fast he was gonna run. I just feel like he would do some really good like physical stuff out there. But the fluidity, it did show up. He was like all over the place when he was like backing up and turning his hips. Mm-hmm. But that's what we see from him. Like he's a big physical guy. Mm-hmm. I feel like with his athleticism, maybe that's why he was able to run that 4.36. He could get downhill really good. Yeah. But outside of that, you need more. You need more at the cornerback position.
Because it's more than just being fast. Can you react? How are you reading this thing? What's your technique and fundamentals? And maybe that's partly why I had a bad misrepresentation of his speed, because I see separation if that ball wasn't coming out right now. And when I'm looking at some of the separation, I'm like, okay, maybe you're just not fast. But at the same time, if your technique and fundamentals aren't always where they need to be.
That's what I feel like he lacks.
That's probably, I could definitely be it, man. But I was definitely surprised when I was like, yo, you ran for what? Like, dude, I didn't think you had it like that. But that man. Shout out to Keely.
I think overall they are right. I'd say stock down.
Yeah.
4.36 is cool, but if you don't have the other stuff with it, especially at cornerback.
Yeah.
We'll see. Yeah, like you said, maybe his spot is more at safety.
Yeah. And that's where I do like him at. How'd you feel about Witherspoon?
He didn't do anything.
Yeah. So how's it stock down, though? That's the crazy part to me, man. Is it just because he didn't do anything?
I think it's because all the other players, specifically the cornerbacks, got stock up, really. Like, the big guys, like, in his range.
Yeah.
Like, Deontay Banks, Christian Gonzalez. I'd say Joey Porter still.
Yeah, he didn't hurt himself. Yeah.
Right, stock up.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, you just got to see Devin Witherspoon.
Yeah.
That's why. If anything, he looks a little.
Pro day.
He looks a little taller, like 5'11.5".
Oh yeah, I thought he was about 5'9".
So that's basically 6.
Yeah, he looks solid off.
That helps him.
You watch him on tape, he definitely looks solid off on tape, bro. But
yeah, hamstring injury.
No, save for the pro day, man. Save for the pro day. She's right, man.
But yeah, that's it for the cornerbacks.
Yeah, man. But like I said, to me, man, I don't think any of the information from that particular group changes one way or the other. Did you have anybody that stood out to you one way or the other,
I think
man?
Banks goes up. I think Banks might go in the first round now.
Yeah.
He's a guy that if we passed on corner in the first round, maybe even that 32nd pick, I would have liked to get with our 49th pick in the second round. I don't think that's going to be possible now.
Yeah. Well, the thing that I do like about Banks was his tape was already good. The big question was, what are all those other, numbers going to look like? So he did show that he does have that for the people that might question, is he athletic enough?
And I think Christian Gonzalez probably finds himself at least top 15,
I think he's
potentially top 10.
He's the first corner off the board to me.
Yeah.
Gonzalez the first guy off the board, man.
We might not be able to get him.
Yeah. And with him running, him confirming,
we could trade up. We traded up for Devin Bush.
Yeah, and
so if we really like this guy.
And we did hear Omar Khan, Steelers GM, say that if it's a player that they want, they're not, going to hesitate. If they want to go get him, they'll go up and get him. So we shall see, man.
I'm trying to think anyone for stock down with the cornerbacks. No, not really. The Forbes thing jumped out with his weight.
He's just dumb light, bro. 166 is thin. Like, bro, that's little, man.
Now, that could be good if it hurts his stock. That could be a cornerback weak target. And, if he just drops. I think he was already projected middle second round. What if he drops to third round and we can snap him? That'd be an absolute steal.
Can he get some weight?
That shouldn't be hard to do.
I hope not.
It shouldn't be hard to do if you get the right trainer.
I was just shocked by 166, bro. Like, yeah.
I think that's the one that stuck out to me most.
Yeah, 166.
Or stock down. The stock up, Gonzalez and also Banks.
Yeah.
What about you?
I don't think I disagree all the way. The one for me, DJ Turner, I would say he kind of caught me off guard. Because with him running that fast, it made me have to go and look at more of him.
Oh wait, I'm just looking at this. I have a couple guys even like written down in my notes.
Yeah.
I was gonna say where's the other guys at? I thought they were gonna have.
Yeah. DJ, I feel like DJ get me in trouble though, man. Cause DJ the type of corner that you gonna look at him and you gonna see what he ran, you gonna see his tape, you gonna say, I can get that, I can fix that. But if you can't fix it, that'll get you fired.
No, the dude I'm pumped about, stock down, that they don't have on this list. Mm-hmm. I mentioned it earlier. Brian Branch.
Oh, yeah.
4'5", 40. How do people view that? They have him listed as a cornerback right now, so that's not good for a corner. That doesn't kill you for safety.
Type dude, though, bro.
I look at the NFL Next Gen Stats score breakdown. You know the score I care about, production score. They got him ranked first at a 96.
Because he could do it all, bro.
Athleticism score at a 67, has him like 27th ranked out of the group. I don't care about that. Yeah. So if his stock somehow goes down from the combine, vert jump, like not bad, 34, whatever, broad jump at a 10, nothing to wow you, but the 40-yard dash, I'd say is a little underwhelming at a 4.58.
Hey, Buzz, hey, respect 10, anything 10 plus in the broad is explosive. 11 is just freaky. 10 pluses though. You know?
Yeah, no, even the
plus is dope, though,
even the
yeah.
vert's not bad. Almost
Yeah.
30. It's nothing.
But say you get in that 35 range, 40 is just elite. Like when we think of the 40, it's like, bro, not everybody jumping 40-inch verts, man. That's just special, man. You get you 35s, man, you straight.
But with them considering it, like marked down as a cornerback, 4.58 doesn't look
corner
good.
is bad. As corner, you don't want a 4.58 at corner, unless you got elite technique. But yeah, you don't want that.
And he's
But
good
I
at
feel like-
that.
but
he's
he also
good at
plays
that.
Do you feel like he plays faster than 4.58 when you watch him play?
Yeah.
I don't see people.
That's why I was
running
happy
from
with
him.
that score.
Absolutely.
So what if we get him
Yeah.
at 32 or something? We only
Yeah.
re-sign Edmonds and like Casey or vice versa.
Yep.
We want to get that third safety in house.
Yeah.
I love Brian Brandt. Actually, he could be the guy if you think
I like
about
him
it.
a lot. Yep.
If we didn't get one of these outside corners
Mhm.
and we re-signed Sutton, he could be the guy.
I
He
would
could be the
agree.
guy to get us through the season, and then you
Mhm.
can figure out the configurations the
Yep.
following years where, like, okay, we keep a Cam Sutton around long term. What do we do with
'Cause we
Edmonds?
said-
Can we put Branch and match
And
him
think
with
about
Minka
it
back
with
there? Do we
Branch,
draft
said
another
He's
corner?
like that Tyrann Mathieu type of player too, man. Where it's like
That might be the guy.
you could do some of everything with him, pairing him with Minka. That's freaky back there, man. Yeah, I like him a lot, man. I do. The productivity was there, man. He was a heck of a player.
So that's another guy I had potentially on stock down
Yeah.
due to his 40.
We like that though.
100%.
Tell him not to go run. At
Wait,
the pro
did you
day.
hear what he said about Minka?
No, what did he say?
Well, he was pumped to meet Mike Tomlin,
Mhm.
meet with the Steelers. Actually, pretty much every
Everybody
prospect
I saw
out there
that,
had
yeah.
something to say about the Steelers,
did
something
see
good
that.
to say. Wanted to play with Mike Tomlin.
Mhm.
So there's a little shout out to all the Tomlin haters out there.
Mhm.
But no, they asked him about Minka. They were like, "Oh, would you like to play alongside Minka?" He's like, "Yeah, dude, that's like something I dream about. It's like I vividly like envisioned me and
go.
Minka playing together.
Let's
So
go.
I'm like, oh shit,
Let's go.
oh shit,
Let's go.
that's pretty dope."
I like that, man. Yeah, it is funny though when we think of like some of these players on our team, like, yo, he's still young. It's like, nah, that dude's a kid though compared to Mink, man. He probably do look up to Minka like, yo, you a legend. Yeah.
Yeah, 4 or 5 years difference, I
Mhm.
guess.
And by the time you go to Bama, that's who they selling you on. You could be the next Minka.
Right.
And now whoever they recruit now, you could be the next Brian Branch. Yeah.
Okay. Super chats.
Yeah, let's tap in.
Jonah Paul, what music y'all listening to these days?
Today I was on my old school vibes. I was bumping Stevie Wonder, man. Yeah, that's what I was on. Yeah. But you know, I'm all over the place, man. Sometimes, man, I be on my 21. Sometimes I be on my dark. Sometimes I be on, it just depends. My pusher. Yeah. But I was definitely on Stevie today. Yeah.
Been on a lot of
Jam.
country recently.
Jamming in, you know what I'm saying? Nah, that's actually Bob Marley I was singing right there, though. There was Master Blaster. Jamming. That's what I was singing.
Autumn McCaddy, what up, Deacon Moats?
What's happening?
Who do you think should be the first tackle the Steelers should draft? Me personally, I like Skoronski.
Oh, that's the one I like. That's my one. Dude, did you see the one offensive lineman tore his ACL? He's had like torn ACL at the combine.
The one dude pulled his hammy too.
Yeah, Voorhees, I think it was. Yeah.
Yep.
I did see the dude pull the hammy too. Is it O lineman too with that? Yeah. That sucks.
Back-to-back years.
Yeah, that sucks, man.
Who was it last year? It wasn't the dude out of Michigan?
Jabba?
Jabba?
Dabe, yeah.
Is that his name?
Mm-hmm. But that was at the pro day when he did his though. Yeah. Was it Achilles, wasn't it?
It was something bad.
it
He
was
had to
something-
miss a
yeah,
lot.
It was something like that at the pro day. Yep.
That's tough. I think, is that the last one for the Super Chats? I think there was only 2.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's get it. Uh-huh. Well, now it is time for that last topic. We got to talk your boy Mel Kiper. All right? My boy Mel Kiper had his new mock draft just released. Well, actually released over the weekend. But I figured it was appropriate for us to go look in and see who Mel has us taking this time around. We know the first go around he had us taking old JPJ at 17. So let's see what he does this time.
Well, I'll just go through.
You start us at the 10 out?
Yeah, I'll go through the top pick all the way. Because he has projections here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, he has trades happening.
Yep.
He's got a lot of activity.
But yeah, he cooking on this
He
one.
says projected trade, Houston moves up 1 spot to try to secure the quarterback they want. And he ends up taking Bryce Young for the Texans. And then he has the Bears trading down again because Indy's going to go up and get the quarterback they want after Bryce Young's taken. They end up taking C.J. Stroud. Cardinals take Will Anderson. Bears stay put at 4. They draft Jalen Carter. And then, actually, I guess him stock down, kind of.
No. He did come back though. He did.
Wait, I didn't see him test or anything.
He didn't test, but he at least came back. Yeah, he definitely came back though. I definitely saw him come back. I don't know what he did after that, but he definitely came back. Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately for him, I'd say stock down. He didn't do anything at the combine, but just based off the news and reports that came out. Projected trade again. He's got Carolina going up and getting Will Levis, trading with, is this Denver? No. This was Denver's old pick. I'm sorry. They trade with Seattle. This is the Seattle pick they got from Denver in the rush trade. So Carolina goes up and takes Levis at 5. Detroit Lions at 6. They got Gonzalez. Raiders at 7. Devin Witherspoon.
Mm-hmm.
He cracks the top 10.
Let's go.
Falcons, Will McDonald, the 4th defensive end out of Iowa State.
Yeah, good player.
At 9, the Seahawks take Anthony Richardson, quarterback out of Florida.
He didn't have the jump.
That would make sense.
Where was he at initially? I'm trying to see if I can pull up the old to see where they had Richardson at during that mock versus where he's at now. Hold on, I might be able to pull it up. Give me a second.
Go for it. I do think that would make sense if there was a team Richardson went to. Seahawks are going to try to get Geno Smith back.
Yeah.
You get him on a little 2-year deal or something. We talked about it. 2-year deal, $50 million, $25 per. He's obviously not your long-term answer just because of how old he is. But
so
if you get Richardson with all that potential, I must do a Patrick Mahomes situation.
Yeah.
Have him sit behind Geno Smith, see if Geno can replicate this Pro Bowl year.
Mm-hmm.
If he doesn't, you move on from Geno Smith. You get Richardson in there next year.
So Mel has them both. He had Richardson going at 9 in both drafts, but the initial draft he had him going to 9 to the Panthers. Whereas now, because of some of the movement, that's where he has Seattle trading up with the Panthers. That's the difference. But he still has Richardson going at 9. No.
Eagles at 10 take Skoronski. Titans at 11, Paris Johnson Jr.
Okay.
2 offensive tackles off the board.
Back to back.
Houston Texans, defensive end Tyree Wilson out of Texas Tech at 12. New York Jets at 13, Anton Harrison.
Yeah, we like him.
Offensive tackle, Oklahoma. Patriots, hoping they found something at receiver here. Jackson Smith and Jigba out of Ohio State.
He the first one off the board?
Yeah.
All right.
Packers at 15 take Michael Mayer. That just makes sense.
He seems like a tight end for the Packers.
That just makes straight up sense.
He fits.
If Rodgers is there or not even, honestly.
Yeah, he's the guy.
Washington Commanders take Darnell Wright, offensive tackle out of Tennessee at 16. 17, your Pittsburgh Steelers. Mel Kiper ain't budging. We take Joey Porter Jr., cornerback out of Penn State.
What'd he say, Deke? What'd he say?
He says, I'm sticking with this pairing from January with Porter projected to the team that drafted his father in the 3rd round in 99. Even if free agent Cam Sutton returns, Steelers could use a corner. The 6'2" Porter is next on my board. He didn't allow a single touchdown in coverage last season, and quarterbacks just averaged 3.7 yards per attempt when he was the nearest defender in coverage. While I would like to see him come down with more picks, he had 1 in 30 college starts. He broke up 11 passes, so the ball skills are there. Pittsburgh is another team that likely will be hoping one of the top offensive tackles drop here.
All right, sticking with it, doubling down on it.
I'll just run through the last ones then. 18, Lions take Drew Sanders. 19, Buccaneers take Emmanuel Forbes. I think this was done before he weighed in at 160.
$166.
20 for the Seahawks, they take Miles Murphy out of Clemson. Chargers take Jordan Addison at 21. Baltimore Ravens, Zay Flowers, receiver, at 22. 23, Vikings, Deontay Banks.
Okay.
Cornerback out of Maryland. Jaguars, Lucas Van Ness at 24. Defensive lineman out of
That's
Iowa.
a dog. He played hard, bro. He played so hard.
Giants get a receiver for Danny Dimes, presumably, at 25. Quentin Johnson. Cowboys, Dalton Kincaid, tight end out of Utah.
Hey, don't rush over this
26.
next one. Don't rush over this next one.
Buffalo Bills, at 27, take Bijan Robinson.
Oh, I like that one. That's a dope. How you feel about that pick? You like that one?
I'm trading Bijan in the franchise.
Yo, why? Why you gotta be like that, Deke?
Trading him immediately.
So if the Bills,
I'll trade him for peanuts too.
if the Bills,
I'm cutting him actually.
if the
I'm gonna cut him.
Bills draft Bashaw, you gonna trade him off your game? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Why you gotta be like that, Deke? Why can't we be one big happy?
He's just
family?
not a fit anymore.
Why can't
He
we
just doesn't work. He doesn't work with our culture.
Why can't we be a big happy family, bro? Why you doing that?
I may trade Jordan Addison too if that happens.
Yo,
That one would be tough. That one would be tough
You're
because we still
funny,
have pick
bro.
connections.
you are funny. God, you funny, man.
Bengals get a tight end, Luke Musgrave, out of Oregon State at 28. Saints, big time stock up. Darnell Washington, tight end out of
Talk
Georgia
about it.
at 29.
Talk about it.
30, Eagles take Kancey. So they got him at 10 in his last mock draft, and Kancey dropped 20 spots in this one.
Even though he ran way faster and like popped back up on the draft pot, which is crazy.
This might have.
But this is before the draft.
This might have been
this
done
before the combine.
Yeah,
This was
yeah.
the 26th or 25th or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then 31, Broderick Jones for the Chiefs. And they don't have 32 because we got it and they considered that the second round this year because the Dolphins.
So yeah, man, sticking with the Joey Porter Jr. selection for us, I like it. I still do like it. When you talk about Joey's game, the tape don't lie, man. He's fundamentally sound. He is productive as heck. We talk about one pick and 30 starts, but you talk about 11 PVUs this past season. He gets his hand on that football. And he plays the game like you could tell. He's a former pros kid, a former coach kid. Like, he's very smart, man. The 4.4 he ran, then he ran a 4.5. So for the people that want to take him down, then you focus on the 4.5. For the people that like him, you focus on the 4.4. And that's just kind of how it is with him. I anticipate him running faster even when he goes pro day because like we talked about just the mechanics of it. But yeah, I don't think you can go wrong if you do still do draft Joey Porter Jr., man. He could tackle. He checks every box you want, has the ties. You know we love our bloodlines here as well. And he also has that Penn State connection for all the We Are people out there.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Is it just meant to be at this point?
All signs are pointing
With
there.
all the other cornerbacks, like
Yeah.
Gonzalez,
All
stock
signs are
up a
pointing
little
there.
bit. I feel like that's the perfect spot for Porter right now,
Yeah.
like in those teens.
Yeah. It's like we can criticize, oh, he's handsy. Oh, he didn't run 4.3. It's like, is the dude a baller or not? When you cut the tape on, does he produce? He does. Does he tackle? He does. Is he highly penalized? He's not. Is he somebody that you're going to have to worry about in terms of getting in trouble? Nah. He's a dude that checks off a ton of those boxes, and we just so happen.
Peasy got him right.
Yeah, and we just so happen to like his father a ton as well, man. It's just that perfect combination. So I get why Mel mocks him to us. I think if he's at 17, we probably do take him. I wonder. I'm trying to see a scenario where we would pass on him at 17. It would have to be like a Skoronski sitting there. I think if it's if it's Skoronski, a Pierce Johnson, an Anton Harrison, I could see them saying, man, we want to go with this offensive line.
I mean, I could see us taking like a Broderick Jones even.
Yeah, even him. Yeah, like I think of like.
And he fell to the Chiefs in his draft.
Yeah.
It just depends on what we want. I feel like the cornerback depth is better than the offensive tackle, so that's why that could make sense.
Yeah,
you get a Broderick Jones with that first pick right there, and then you draft potentially Banks at 32.
Because I'm trying. Broderick.
You can maybe draft Forbes in the second round. You could draft.
I'm trying to look to see when Broderick went in his second mock. He went him at 31 in both of them.
So actually, all right. If Broderick falls that far, we can maybe get Broderick at 32. That would be nice.
Thing. I don't feel like we gotta go Broderick at 17. I just don't. If he can get to 32, that's just the game that we gotta play. I think it more so if one of those big three tackles that we've been talking about, if one of those guys are at 17, I think that's going to be a little bit harder for us to pass on for a corner because of the depth that you talked about that we both kind of agreed on. It's like we still have corners that can get it done right now. Whereas,
what big three you talking?
In terms of the O-line?
Yeah.
I was talking Skoronski, Johnson, and Harrison.
Would you take Jones over Harrison and who's the other guy? Yeah, Johnson.
So the thing is this. Johnson, Paris Johnson Jr., and Peter Skoronski, those are my two that I like the most. Anton Harris, I think that he's probably third because of how he's more consistent, more fundamentally sound. The big thing that I have in terms of concern with him was, can he take on the bull rushes consistently? Because I did see movement showing up multiple times on his tape. Broderick athletic as heck, but I feel like he is the rawest of all those other guys when you just talk about how hard he has to work sometimes because of him not being fundamentally sound. He kind of gets himself in trouble. So that's why I still have him at 4th on that list. But if I'm getting Broderick at 32, I don't mind that because I still think he comes in and he's going to be a heck of a tackle that's going to only get better. I think his ceiling is going to be crazy high because of how athletic he is.
Sure. Would it change if we had, well, I feel like this new offensive line coach, he's got to be getting some credit here.
No, without a doubt.
I was going to say, if you bring in a Jones, get him under some good coaching. Because, you could definitely see the talent there. There's times where almost those defensive linemen that are going up against him going like a wormhole. They like disappear.
It's crazy. Yeah.
But then he does have some Ule moments where it's just like, there's some leakiness here.
Yeah.
Man.
But he's athletic, so he can make up for it. And he played at Georgia. That was the other thing. We talked about it, man. Like, with them dudes, it was a crazy talented team, man. They were dope. They had it going. But with Broderick, it's just like, man, even his mistakes, his athletic ability, his raw talent makes up for it in certain instances. So, yeah, I'm still surprised that they have him in those 30 ranges, but we'll see, man, because he plays a position of value. And I think the more you watch his tape, the more people going to like him.
Right. And like I said, if you like your coaching, you believe your coach can get the most out of him.
The same with Darnell Washington. We talked Darnell. It's like, now he's getting talked about more and more and more.
I don't want him now. If he's going to go first round, that's too high. That's too high for a second tight end.
But see, to me, this is my thing. We say second tight end, but this dude can run. He gonna combat catch you to death. He gonna block you like a daggone offensive lineman.
Oh yeah, did you see him move that sled?
Side. Yeah,
holy hell!
But you watch his tape. That's been shown. Man, he was murdering folks when they played. Because when I watched him, I was watching the Oregon game. Bro, he was murdering folk in the offense and just the run game. I'm talking like big boy pancake extra syrup, like the old Aunt Jemima, like that type of syrup. It was fire. Like, that's what Darnell can do. But then you watch him receiving, he jumping over folk, he running by people, he gonna one hand you right hand, one hand you left. He looks like a basketball player.
He just don't have the route running like a Mayer.
He's not explosive, but you don't need to be when you got that height and that catch radius, because he can get down here. It's like the Gronk vibe. Like, think about Gronk. He gonna give you that, but he gonna here combat, here throw it up and go get it. I'm gonna survive any contact. Man, there's times where Darnell's getting hit and the person that's hitting him is falling back. Like, that's what Darnell bring. It's just, to me, Michael Mayer in terms of why, like, he is like the favorite to me is because he can still block good enough, but his route running and everything else, he's a better athlete than Darnell to me. But Darnell, when you talk about the blocking and the size part, man, you're not going to find a better player than him right now in terms of that.
No, you literally saw the compare. Did you see him be able to move it compared to everyone else?
It was night and day.
They were struggling. Look, it looked like he was on vacation.
Michael Mayer actually did a daggone good job. But because of how well Darnell hit it, it made Michael like he suck hitting that tight. I'm like, bro, I was like, yo, Michael had a good rep. That's a good rep. Like, that's a normal rep. That's a check. That's NFL. You good. The other dudes, it wasn't good. But Michael was actually straight. It was just Darnell was a freak with it, so it made Michael look weak. I'm like, bro, that he's not bad. This dude is just freaky with that part of his game, man.
Yeah. I still feel like if we got to go first round for him, that might be a little too high.
I just wonder, is a team going to look at him and say, you know what, we can make him our one. We can make him our lead tight end because he can block. You're never going to have to take him off the field. And because of the combat catch element, like, he showed
he would fit your theory
catching it.
in terms of like, hey, we're running the ball good in the second half. Why don't we just stick with that, grab a second tight end?
Mm-hmm.
He would be better at blocking than Mayer. But in terms of, man, this dude could take over and maybe be one of the best tight ends in the league and just cook some of these
go line up in
slot
the slot.
corners and the
Pat
linebackers.
Freiermuth go line up in the slot. Michael Mayer go line up in the slot. Travis Kelce go line up in the slot. Darnell's not doing that.
Yeah.
Darnell's forever in the core, but Darnell can give you this. Give me 3-by-1. We're going to stay base personnel, so they got to stay base personnel. Darnell, you the nub, tight end on the backside. Give me a vertical. Give me a little skinny. You know, let me just run you 30 yards down here. I'm going to throw it up to you back shoulder, or I'm going to throw it up to you jump ball. I love him in that. But yeah, he's not going to give you the let's space it out and play the exotic game now. Like, that's not his part. Nah.
If you're getting Mayer, you're almost going to be picking between the two, between him and Muth at some point.
Yeah, because they're the same player.
Whereas if you get Washington, I feel like you could work with both long term.
Because Washington is a beefed up version of Zach Gentry.
Yeah.
He's Gentry, we hope, can develop into the catching. I don't know if he'll ever get to where Darnell is in terms of that natural of a hands catcher and stuff like that, because that's what he does. Gentry can block a lot better. Is Gentry ever going to be able to block like Darnell Washington? That's a tall task. Darnell like an extra lineman at times, bro.
Wow, I could see the offense right now, actually. You're
bro,
talking me into
man.
maybe taking him at 32.
Bro, I love it, bro. I didn't know he was going to test well enough to move up to 32. I thought that he could still be one of them dudes you get
They
at
got
49.
him at 28 to the Saints.
Yeah, I thought we was going to get him at 49 because he doesn't look like he runs fast. But he is long speed, like he's fast enough. And that was the thing that made me so intrigued about him. I'm like, yo, he still can run by you. He's like deceptively fast. But he just doesn't have that lateral part in his game. And I don't think he will ever develop that. But I don't need you to develop that if you can give me this great level blocking.
And if you have
you
a
go
move.
cook me on the vertical, as long as I got to move, I'm good.
Wow.
Yeah, I like him a lot, though, bro. I like him a lot.
Okay. We got King Whopper. I think that's where we're at. No. Hold on. We got a couple more before him.
But did you like the Joey Porter pick again?
I'm fine with it. Yeah.
You stick with him?
Yeah, it's whatever. I mean,
Where did he have Addison going?
a couple picks after to the Chargers. I'm good with it.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I would like Jordan Addison. It's not a secret. But hey, if we get a corner, like if we go his route right here, Mel Kiper, we go Porter at 17, at 32. Let's say Jones slips one past the Chiefs, although he probably would go there with them not bringing Orlando Brown back. Let's say he slips one, we're able to get Broderick Jones at 32, and then in that second round pick we get like Trenton Simpson or like a Jack Campbell or something. Like that's a damn good first 3 picks.
Yeah, Jack will be interesting too.
Yeah, he had a good combine.
Gonna be interesting. Yeah, he's gonna be
People raving about him right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think that's a good draft. Or if you go, I'm trying to find a way to get Brian Branch in there somehow, but no, that's good. I think you hit on your 3 things. If you re-sign everyone in-house, like I said, Cam Sutton, you get Edmonds, Casey back, maybe you get Ogunjobi too. Okay, what are we looking for in the draft? Now, I don't know if we make an additional splash move in free agency, get a Tremaine Edmonds, an inside linebacker or whatnot.
Yeah.
But okay, we can still roll with like a Jack Spillane, but what do we need in this draft? All right, those would be the top 3 things. Really, cornerback, inside linebacker, and can we get someone on the left side of the line? Be good. I'd be fine with it. And you still have your 3rd and 4th round picks.
That's the thing. We're in a good spot. We're in a good spot, bro.
Like Omar Khan, we said
we're
we
in a
got
good
options.
spot. Yeah,
I don't think we can go wrong with what we're doing. Put it to you this way: we are bringing back our whole offense, and we're bringing back the core stars of our defense.
Bet 90% of the defense. The piece where potentially because we're not going to lose Sutton, Ogunjobi, Edmonds, Casey, Spillane. We're not losing all of them at the same time.
There's going to be a combination.
Somebody's coming back, so you're getting back 90% of your starters, 90% of your core.
And then we have 3 picks in the top 49, top 50. You still have a 3rd and 4th round pick. And Omar Khan said, if we need to make a free agent move, we can make it.
Yeah.
We can restructure deals and whatnot. So, yeah, we're in a good spot. I'm pumped to see what happens. It's finally almost time. We're 9 days away from free agency starting. And we'll probably, hopefully, see some moves being made. Like, when are we going to cut William Jackson? When are we going to cut Kelly Witherspoon?
Yeah.
Because that opens up cap room, do some of these restructures, and
that'll give us more clarity, too.
That's what I want,
in terms of knowing where we need to start focusing even more so draft-wise. If they go out and free agency starts, in a week, and they go out and sign, a left tackle for a whole bunch of money, well, we ain't going to be over here talking about we drafting a tackle. If they go out here and they bring in a Tremaine Edmonds or, Bobby Wagner or somebody at inside linebacker, we ain't going to be over here talking about, hey, man, they ain't looking at no linebackers no more. Or if they go out here and spend a ton of money on a corner, that's going to give us some perspective as well. So, it's the fun part about this thing, though, man. I like it.
Anything else with this mock draft?
I'll be interested to see when he does his next mock with the combine information done. That'd be interesting for me.
Okay. Yeah. he's obviously on top of it.
Yeah.
He gets the ins and the outs and the context of all that.
Hey, trust me, he studied a lot more of these players than we
Made a
did.
career out of this.
That's what they say, yeah. I trust Mel, okay? Yeah, I might not always agree with, hey, man, Mel, you told me I was going here and I ain't dropped it. Like, that's a science. But in terms of the information and the breakdowns, yeah, Mel A1 with it, man. Mel is A1.
All right, we got Samurai Finn saying if Jackson Kirkland is still available at 120, I don't even know who the hell that is. We got to snag him. Dude is a beast, but people saying he may fall from his projection because he's too tall.
I'd have to look into him. I haven't checked him out. I have to look into him, though. And I did want to ask y'all, too, man, in the chat. How do y'all feel about Joey Porter Jr. at 17, man? How y'all feeling about Joey Porter Jr. at 17, man? Y'all like that one, or would y'all go with somebody else at 17? Drop that in the comment section one time for the culture.
Yeah, this dude's an offensive guard out of Washington. He's 6'7".
6'7". I like that. The big inside.
King Whopper. Hey, Moats, you got any crazy stories of guys arguing in the locker room that you've witnessed? We want to know what goes on behind closed doors.
I mean, yeah, we do. Absolutely. I can't share them like that, though. Nah. But, yeah, at the NFL level, I've definitely been a part of the locker room post-game where you see, such and such player going at it with the head coach, and you like, oh, bro, this is insane. They really going at it. Oh, they really don't like each other today. Oh, this is crazy. I done seen that. I done also been on that. We was in Tennessee one time. We had a player lead the game early, Deke. We had a player lead the game early in Tennessee. He was on the road. Yeah, my other boy, he was killing it in the game. He ran for like 300 yards. It was crazy. We got to that locker room, though, Deke. It just got real uncomfortable for a little while. Some elevated voices, some, what you gonna do? You ain't that, da-da-da-da-da. And then it was like, all right, I'm gonna take my trash bag with my stuff and leave out. But then we saw like a week later that dude went and signed somewhere else and he won a Super Bowl that year. So it was kind of cool too for him. But you have some stuff that goes down, man. But we can't go too deep, man, because I don't want to be the person that divulges some of this info, because none of these stories involve me. I was not in the altercations or the verbal shout matches and stuff like that have taken place. I'm just like the bystander. You feel me? Sometimes it's better to be the bystander. You don't want to be the person that's in it. You just don't end well for them people. When you're arguing at the coaches. No. But it does happen though, man.
Let's go, UW. How would you feel about a first, a third DJ for Patrick Queen? I feel like we're getting housed.
That's a lot for him.
Like we're getting housed.
That's a lot. Y'all really don't like Deontay.
Deontay for Patrick Queen would be a straight up fair trade, I think. We don't even have a first and a third.
I'm like, bro, y'all really don't respect Deontay Johnson, bro. Deontay, he nice, bro. He's NFL nice, man. Like, yeah, that's a player for a player swap. Yeah, you don't got to throw in the picks like that for him, man.
So we have some input on the Joey Porter.
At 17?
Selection.
All right, let's see what they saying.
Big Noriega says, give CB JP2 at number 17. Okay, he's got his full plan here. If JP2 is picked at 17, he wants Harrison at 32, offensive tackle out of Oklahoma. Mm-hmm. He wants Jordan. Oh, wait. He thinks Jordan Addison's falling to 49. He says get Jordan Addison there. If not, no, he doesn't have another option. He actually considers Addison potentially being there. I don't think he's going to drop that far. Keanu Benton at 80, defensive tackle, and then Julius Brent at 120, cornerback.
Yeah, I don't think Addison's falling to 49, man. I know we talk about that 40 and we're going to make a big deal and all that stuff, the same with Joey Porter Jr., but those aren't slow times, man. They're just not elite times, but they're not slow times. Yeah, I don't think he's falling that far. I hope he do, though. If he do, that'd be great.
Yeah.
I think we would just grab him at 32, though, if he was falling that far.
Yeah. Sean McCartney would love Porter Jr. at 17. Only other thing I'd rather do is get Ramsey.
Well, at least we'll know about the Rams situation potentially beforehand. So, we'll see. We shall see.
Hopefully soon. K. Goated, I would get JP2 at 17 and an offensive tackle at 32. Edge rusher or linebacker DT at 49.
Can I get a Mike Morris? No, he ain't had the fastest times out there, man, so that might help.
We got K Goated saying no, I just read that one. Change the channel says, what about Skoronski for the O-line? If we trade up or if he falls 100%,
Yeah.
I'd be good with that.
And they said, man, if he's in a range where we willing to trade up to, Omar said he will do it. He is on the table. Skoronski did say he had a good meeting with the Steelers too, if I remember correctly. So yeah.
John Easton says, I'm okay with JP Jr. if we get Brissy at 32.
Okay. Get a little corner and nose tackle interior D lineman action. Okay, I like that.
I could maybe be talked into Brissy at 32. I feel like I could. Depends, though.
Yeah.
If we have Ogunjobi back, no.
Yeah. That's
If we
like,
don't,
what are we looking like? Yeah.
Okay. Upside guy. I'll give a pass on the Steelers and Tallman for evaluating that talent.
Yeah, they're hedging their bet on DeMarvin Leal if they don't bring back Ogunjobi. Because you're essentially just saying that he's going to take that type of step and it's not going to take long.
Well, it might be both of them early on, potentially.
Yeah.
Maybe more Brissy. I don't know. But they would probably be your staple
guys,
two going forward.
Those are the guys.
Once Hayward retires.
Yep.
That's probably what you're thinking. But I don't know if I want to be viewing it that way. I want to get guys that can play now, if we can.
Yeah.
If we have those holes.
During this window, at least.
I don't know. Yeah, in free agency. What if we do get a Levante David at linebacker? So it's like now we don't really need to draft one for this year. Yeah. You can still be looking for a long-term guy. But, yeah, depending on how we do in free agency, we could have, like, only one position where we're looking at in the draft to be the starter. Or we could have not, like, or one or none versus potentially like 3 or 4. Yeah. Where we're bringing in a guy they could start or be in a competition with someone. Yeah. So we'll see. We got King Whopper asking in Super Chats, you ever wanted to hit a ref after a bad call?
Nah, honestly, man. I mean, you get pissed off when the ref makes a bad call. But, yeah, I don't know. I've never looked to like, I want to kill this or I want to hit this ref. Nah. Fans be like that more than us. Like, yeah, you be pissed off in the moment. You like, all right, man, we just about to make a play. Let's go make a play. Because everything is always in our mind. We're always wired to, like, we're going to react, but then it's next play, let's just go. So, yeah. I have not actually, man. Nah. I have been upset, though. I wanted to fight other teams after the game, but, yeah, never any refs.
Fisherman Moats and Deke, my twin brother Mike got engaged.
Yo, shout out to Mike. Let's go. Congrats, man. I love.
Oh, you know what? He said that earlier, and I missed it.
Oh, well, shout out to the love twice then, man. Let's go.
My bad. Fisherman Momentum.
Is it official? Are you engaged? We never asked him that, did we? I don't know. Is that appropriate to ask people? Can you ask people that?
You can ask people anything.
Oh, yeah. Let us know. Are you engaged? What's your, shout out to you though, but definitely shout out to your brother though. I was just wondering.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I guess he'll let us know. Let's
I
go.
It feels
UW.
like taboo. Like you ain't supposed to ask like a woman her age. So enough like you can't ask like a dude is he married or not.
I think that's fine.
All right.
Let's go. UW says if we take a receiver, I'd rather have Kashawn Butte than Addison. No. Give me a break.
But he's not saying at 17 though. I think he's just saying in general. If we talk about drafting,
he's thinking about getting him later.
Yeah. Because that's gonna always be like no different. We talked Kenny versus like some of the other quarterbacks is like the value of you taking Kenny in the first versus these other guys taking their quarterbacks later on. So yeah, just depends what you're looking for, man.
Wow, Chiefs expected to release Frank Clark.
Did see that.
That'll be interesting. Well, that was in the article, so that's one thing that NFL.com article got right.
Shoot, he got released. Kendricks.
Bud Dupree just got released today.
Eric Kendricks got released as well.
Yeah.
So the Vikings, man. So we got some action. We're going to see, man. Hey, Bud, the full court press has begun. You already seen us putting that pressure on. You know what time it is.
Fish Momentum, I don't think is engaged. He says it's on God's terms.
Okay.
Says come to Frankie Eyes.
Let's
5/13,
go. Let's go. I respect that then, man. That makes sense why you be pulling up. I seen the picture. I see what you looking at. I see where your mind is. He said, yo, I'm going to just keep going out there into the ocean. It's a lot of fish out here. Eventually, something going to click. Something going to bite. I like what you're doing. I peep what you got going on, official. I peep shit.
King Whopper's got a hypothetical. Would Prime U be the best middle linebacker on the team?
Can I stop for a second? Every time he say King Whopper, I just want to sing the song, bro. You know the Whopper. It's just stuck in my head, bro. They did a great job of making that song stuck in everybody's head. It'd be always in my head. My little man be singing that song all the time, Little Gray. He'd be, Dad, Whopper, Whopper. I'd be like, Junior Whopper. Yeah, you guys seen the whole thing on thing, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah, they should give whoever came up with the song a raise.
I would agree, man. I would agree. All right, he said, would Prime U be the best middle linebacker on the team right now? Nah, man. Miles Jack, to me, Miles Jack is a heck of a player. The big thing that hurt him was just his health towards the end of the season. But no, I got a ton of respect for Miles, man. Like I said, I remember when Miles was coming out of UCLA, we was over here like, hey, bro, we ain't hating if he pull up over here, but we felt good about our situation. But yeah, Miles, I like his game a lot, so I'm not gonna say that. No, not at all, man. Miles be that guy.
Fish Momentum says Chris Rock is out of pocket for Will Smith and Jada.
Hey, all Chris did was just smack back in the appropriate way. People wanted him to respond in the moment when Will Smith smacked him and had two dudes on stage fighting while he's hosting the show, getting paid millions or getting paid a nice salary. He said, "I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna get it on my terms when I control the narrative and I can say what the heck I want." I loved it low key. He if you gonna flame him. But he ain't say nothing that wasn't accurate, and that was the other part. Yeah, but I'm a Chris Rock fan though. Not everybody's a fan of Chris Rock's delivery. He's a little, hard on it, but I thought he did a good job, man. He probably gonna get smacked again by Will if you see him, but he obviously broke that down as well. Why that situation worked out, so I thought it was dope, man. Shout out to Chris.
Yeah, he definitely brought up the things that didn't line up in their whole situation.
Yeah. He was like, one played this role, I played this role. When he said, I was like, you know what? You bring up something great. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Trevin Cancello, did you see that video of Washington pushing the sled? A nice Gentry replacement with a high ceiling. We might be able to get it 49. Well, that's what I would be perfectly fine with 49.
If you get him at 49, I love it. It's probably going to be 32 now, though. That's the dilemma.
Yeah.
Because of how you did it at the combine. You can't, not a secret no more. Beforehand, it's just like, oh, man, we know about him. Certain teams know about him, but not everybody's going to talk about him. When he go out there and run 4.6 and he has that highlight tape of him mushing the day going sled like that, and then he has, let me go run the little fade and one hand jump and take it out the air. Yeah. And then it's how he played for Georgia. Look what he did at Georgia. It's tough. Cats out the bag. So now you ask yourself, do you want elite athleticism like a Michael Mayer or Luke Kincaid? Or do you want this just physical freak that you feel like you can, bare minimum, you get a great blocking tight end. Bare minimum. But now you also have the ceiling to potentially be able to make this guy into a weapon because of how defenses are going to have to play against him. Yeah, it's going to be tough to see. If he makes the 49, I love it though, man.
G-Man 39, huge fan of grabbing Ben Powers or Nate Davis.
Ooh, okay.
It looks like we got some breaking news. Geno Smith signed an extension.
Oh, he did?
Seahawks.
Shout out to Geno.
That's what I'm seeing.
Let's go. What them numbers talking about?
I'm not seeing anything on ESPN yet, so it might be on Twitter.
All right.
Ravens say talks with Lamar to go to deadline. What do they mean by that?
Just until
tomorrow?
What?
Like that deadline?
Yeah, whenever the franchise tag deadline, it's like 4 o'clock on one of them days. They're going to talk up until then, and then if they can't get the deal done, they're going to franchise tag them.
Tom Pelissero, the Seahawks and Pro Bowl Geno Smith are finalizing a new multi-year contract. All right, there's no numbers.
Shout out to Geno, though, man. He deserves it.
What is this? Geno Smith and Seahawks finalizing 3-year contract extension. This is from Jordan Schultz.
Okay.
He has some more details as opposed to Tom Pelissero. Whoa, what is this? 3 years, $105 million.
They wrote him off, but he ain't
ability
right
to earn
back,
$52 million in his first calendar year.
Let's go. So he got some bonuses, some incentives. That's what it sounds
like. Basically, 33 a year.
Yeah.
A little bit more than that, 35-ish.
That's about right. We said what, 25?
Yeah.
So he got more.
He got more. It's that quarterback market, I guess.
It is 33.
It has to be the quarterback market.
Shout out to Geno.
Yeah, I feel like that's a lot.
Shout out to I think he was get 30 backs. 33. Yo. Let's go.
I guess you got to see how it's allocated to and stuff. What if it's like a pseudo 1-year deal or like a pseudo 2-year deal?
You know it's going to have something like that in it. But shout out to him, though. They wrote him off. He ain't right back. See, ladies and gentlemen, just because people write you off, it don't matter. Sometimes it might take 1 year. Sometimes it might take 5 years. Just don't write them back, though. That's all you got to do. Don't write them back. You get $33 million like Geno, man. Shout out to Geno, man. Let's go. What's going on with Danny Dimes? Any update on him? Because he's another one of them dudes, right?
Yeah, let me see. I think they're just talking with him. I think they're going to continue to talk with him until the deadline, almost like Lamar. Yeah, definitely not anything new, though. Definitely not anything new.
And do we got any numbers on the Carr deal? Because I saw he signed with the Saints. I just didn't see the numbers on it, though.
Yeah, it's off the top of my head, I think it's like 37 or 38 per year.
How much you get guaranteed?
It was like sliding a little bit. They had it around 100, but something about there's kickers this year to next year. It was like 60 or 70, but then it's up to 100, and then the full deal is 4 for 150.
4 for 150. Okay.
Yeah. Let me double check on it though. I'm not seeing anything right now.
Trevin Concheco said it was 4 for 150 with 100 guaranteed. That sound about right to you?
Yeah, that's what it was. There's some weird verbiage about this.
Then it says 70 mil guarantee for 2 years.
That's what I mean.
From Richard Hunt.
There's really weird verbiage.
That is weird. Okay.
Here it is. Yeah, 4 year for 150 with 100 in total guarantees. He gets 70 million effectively fully guaranteed, 60 at signing, another 10 in year 3 vesting after year 1. I don't know what any of that means.
So that just means if he's on the roster by year 3, new calendar year.
So it's really only 70 guaranteed then.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, there's 60. It says 60 at signing, another 10 in year 3 vesting.
So as long as he's on that,
after year
as long
1.
as he's on the roster on year 3, sounds like he's on.
Or is it after year 1 and then it kicks in year 3?
Yeah.
Vesting after year 1. What does that mean?
I've never heard the term vesting used like that. When I've heard the term vesting, we talk about getting vested, but that's typically after your 3rd game of your 3rd season, or technically your 4th season 3rd game. And that's more so for like the insurance and stuff like that and like the benefits packages. But I don't know what they talking about when he says 3rd vested. That's why I'm like, maybe it's him being on the roster new calendar year after that 3rd season.
Well, they said how he did the deal accommodates the Saints cap issues.
So it's probably something like that. Yeah.
I feel like
he's already get the money and they allocate it whenever it's supposed to hit after that 3rd year maybe.
I feel like the more I think of it, it's a good move where it makes sense for both sides because I feel like he was not going to want to wait around for the Jets. Jets made it clear Rodgers was their number 1. And actually, going back to whenever there were trade talks with the Raiders, the Saints reached out first. They're the ones that was trying to make the trade offer first. And then Carr came back and was like, no, I'm not doing a trade because you know how that works. Whenever you do the trade, the team you're going to has to give up assets.
Yeah, they're killing all your draft picks and stuff.
I guess it makes sense. Dennis Allen I think he was the one that drafted him too. He was there with the Raiders early on in his career.
Okay.
NFC South, weak division.
Though, do you think that Carr is the better option for 100 or for 70 mil guaranteed than Jameis was?
Yeah.
Like he's that much better?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think Jameis has proven anything, really.
No, I'm saying in the simple sense of if you're saying for the Saints right now, would you rather pay Carr 70 M's guaranteed versus what you were paying Jameis? Do you think that Carr instantly makes you that much better than where you're currently at right now?
I think you do. Yeah, I do think you do. I think it brings something. Because Jameis has just really been a journeyman quarterback and an underperforming quarterback thus far. And I don't know if it's
journeyman. I would say more underperforming because he's only been Tampa and then to New Orleans, but he got hurt.
Yeah, and I don't know. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I don't know how much of it is the fault of his own because of the injuries, and then he got benched for Andy Dalton last year. I don't know if that was the best of decisions.
Yeah.
But Carr, he's a top 12 guy.
Yeah.
I think it brings some continuity. It brings some stability after Drew Brees left.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the question with Carr is just like, okay, because it wouldn't be worth it if you're getting like a Carson Wentz.
True.
If you're thinking Carr, bad situation with the Raiders, fresh start, finally gets a good defense, could it be like a Stafford? Weak division. That's what I'm leaning. I actually think it does make sense.
Okay.
I think it does make sense.
And I like it for him. I'm just saying for the Saints, though. Do I like it all the way?
If you're able to keep most of your roster intact, I think you're definitely the favorite right now to win the AFC South. There's not division's so decimated.
Yeah, because Tampa, they don't have quarterback right now. Carolina, no quarterback, new staff.
Yeah, if you're able to keep that defense, you're able to keep Michael Thomas, Chris Olave, Alvin Kamara. Maybe you draft a tight end. Like they have a decent roster. They won 7-10 last year with the mess of Andy Dalton and Jameis Winston. Now, I don't know how much I believe in Dennis Allen. I think the Saints are a decent organization, though.
Yeah.
So the verdict's still out on him, but it's like one of those moves. It's not interesting that much because Carr's kind of coming off his stock's a little down. Yeah. It almost feels like the Saints are not becoming, but actually, I think it would be fair. They're becoming the Colts of the NFC in a way here.
Yeah.
Dalton, Jameis, trying that whole thing.
Everybody passing
out there,
like, come on over.
So that's the question. Yeah, do you think Carr is more of you get a veteran, it's going to flop out after a year or two, you took your chance trying to find your franchise QB, or is it Stafford? Carr was held back this whole time by the Raiders and dysfunction. So I don't know how I lean on it. I feel like Carr is, that top 12 quarterback type, top 13. But that's where I had Stafford. So we'll see.
So who deal ages better, Carr or Geno? Because they both multi-years, right? 3 years?
Whose deal ages better? Both? I got to see the details of the deal.
They sound like they both, because you said Geno, he getting 33. Carr's getting, 37 you said?
Yeah.
So it ain't that much a difference between the money.
I got to see how the deals are structured because, I got to see the cap hits and stuff.
Okay.
I could probably make a case either or because Geno, if he could keep playing like he did last year,
Geno
he's gonna be in a decent situation in Seattle.
I like Seattle's team better than I like New Orleans' team right now.
Depends on Michael Thomas.
You depend on Michael Thomas still?
I like the Saints' defense a lot better than Seattle.
Okay.
They got young guys, though. They do have young guys.
To me, Seattle's defense is young and talented. I think New Orleans is the better defense because they're more proven, but they're older, too. I definitely like the Seahawks offense, though. When you talk DK, I'm taking DK over Michael Thomas and any of the receivers over there. Ooh, Kenneth Walker, he definitely balled up this year.
There's a case for him ascending over Alvin Kamara
because Kamara got obviously the career part right now, but
I'll take Olave over Lockett. Olave coming off his rookie year.
Ooh, that's tough. Lockett, nice, bro.
It's just where they're at their careers. I think Olave, I think he's only going to be getting better.
Okay.
Lockett, 30-ish. It's not like he's bad or anything, but I think Olave has more untapped potential at this point.
Okay. Tight end.
It's close.
Seattle got the tight end. They got the boy from they came over from Denver. Oh.
Yeah, Fant.
Yeah.
Saints would have to draft one. I like Saints defense. I like I said, they're in a shitty division.
They definitely got.
It's tough. It's tough. I mean, they're in the same category. They're in that same range for me. That's why they got paid similarly. Man. Carr obviously got paid more. He has done more throughout his career. Yeah. Which one ages better?
Which deal?
I don't know. I'm happy we got Pickett.
I agree. I'm going to roll Geno. Because he still ain't right him back yet. But I'm definitely rolling Geno. Carr is going to be feast to fan. I think Carr, if you get the card.
I think Carr has a better floor.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Carr definitely has a better floor. I would probably pick Carr.
I'm just scared that it could go really bad with Carr, though. Because, say Carr goes down there and he's turning it over. He's not the quarterback that we thought it was. It's not just a bad situation. It's just he was actually playing not as good as he could have been playing.
Yeah, that's what you're betting on.
Yeah.
That's literally what you're betting on. I think with that division, with that Saints team, with the weapons he's going to have on offense, low-key. That's what I thought initially when the trade happened. I'm like, this doesn't really move the needle. Who is he going to throw to on the offense? But then you look at it. Michael Thomas can kind of get back.
On Michael Thomas, bro.
Olave, Alvin Kamara.
Do you think his receivers are better in New Orleans than they were in Vegas?
Oh, you got to think.
He had Devontae, he had Waller, he had Renfro.
Yeah, but Waller and Renfro were hurt all last year.
But the year before that, they weren't.
I know. That's when that was probably his best year.
Yeah.
He threw for 4,900 yards or something.
When he broke the leg, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think think Carr's a good quarterback. Yeah, he's top 12. We'll see what he does with the Saints. We'll see if he can, like Stafford. Stafford was in that top 12 or 13 range. Yeah. Injured up with the Lions. Never really felt like the Lions put the best around him. Yeah. Goes to the Rams, able to get it done. Let's see if the Saints can be the same for Carr.
Thomas the past 2 years, I think I probably feel different. I just don't trust Michael Thomas. Because I'm like, with Stafford, when he went to L.A., he already had Cooper Kupp out there. He had Rob Woods out there.
Granted, Cooper Kupp was not Cooper Kupp at that point.
No. He was still a good... Bro, Cooper Kupp has always been a good receiver. He just wasn't Triple Crown Cooper Kupp. Very different. But Cooper Kupp has always been a good receiver. Always. But they just had... I feel like it was more considered, like, more polished. Like, you knew these weapons. Over in New Orleans, I just don't know what I'm getting from Michael Thomas, man. That's
fair.
And that's supposed to be their guy. Like, he's the main guy. Olave obviously is going to step up and surpass him, but Michael Thomas is supposed to be the guy.
Fair. Let's see here. We got some more super chats that just rolled in. King Whopper, F it. Trade Deontay, Kenny, and Cam Hayward, and let's get Lamar.
Jeez. That's a lot. I mean, I get it. If you feel like that's the quarterback you want, I personally wouldn't give up all that. You know I'm a Lamar guy. Love his game. But, yeah, I don't want to do all that, man. And I still got to sign him. That's the other part, because he got to get paid. Yeah, I'm cool.
Scoy Harris, what's the word, Moats and Deke? Just showing love to my guys. Love the show. Yes, indeed.
What's happening? Hope all is well with you.
King Whopper, how we feel about Boswell, that Bengals game, SMH?
Don't you get Deke started. Don't you get him started. I don't want to hear another
What's he talking about?
You know, he was on your energy. Mr. Matthew, right?
He hit the game winner in that Bengals game, week 1.
No, don't you do all that. He was a good backup.
I'm not even talking about Matthew, right?
I'm talking about Boz. We like Boz.
Yeah, he had a down year last year.
I like Boz. Boz for the president. Shout out to Boz. No, man, I'm still with Boz, though, man. The consistency has still been there, man. The leg is still strong as heck. Even on his down year, it still doesn't feel like a bad season. It's just for what we expect from him, you know. But, man, he still got some super consistent kicks, man, that we saw that got us out of stadiums, man. So,
Clutch kicks.
I'm with you on Boz, man. Absolutely.
Yeah, he didn't kill us late in the games.
Nah.
He missed just random ones throughout that kind of
make you scratch your head.
Scratch your head, and you're like, damn, man, we could be in a way better spot. We'd only be down 1 score if Boz just would have hit that field goal.
Yeah. He hit you a 50-yarder to win it. Or he hit you, I need a clutch from 47, he got me. I need a clutch from 51, he got me. Open end zone, he got me.
Joshua Williams sold on Broderick Jones at 17. Left tackle is the most important position.
I mean, it's up there. It's definitely up there, man.
Let's go, UW.
I like Broderick. I like him. But I don't know if I want him at 17, though, man.
Let's go, UW says, here's a question. Would you bring in Jameis if he gets cut as a veteran competition for Kenny?
I would. I like it a lot. I think Kenny still beats him out, but I like it, though.
Yeah, he wouldn't be a bad backup at this point. Pittsburgh Kid X. Think if Javon Hargrave is available, we take him.
What's it going to cost? That's the only concern. I like him a lot, though. You know I want Wob back. Absolutely love Wob. But he's going to get compensated nicely. Really, really nicely. He's going to make more than Larry to me. Like, when I think of those two guys in the open market, I think that Hargrave is going to get paid a lot more. So that's why I'm always like, let's go Larry Ogunjobi. It's, more familiar, it's more recent here. Maybe it's a little bit cheaper for us. Whereas with Hargrave, he was here, but now he done boosted his rep up, He was making plays in a playoff postseason, running all that good stuff. Why you think Larry was getting paid what he was getting? Well, he was about to get paid the way he was going to get paid this all season, because he was making plays during a postseason run. When you do that, you typically get paid nicely when you hit the market. So I anticipate Hargrave getting paid very, very nicely.
Sean Diddy 6, is Lamar Jackson done in Baltimore?
I hope not, but I kind of feel like he is. I think they ultimately going to end up franchise tagging him and then trade him somewhere. But I do hope he's able to get a deal done and they do stay in Baltimore, because I'm a fan of his game and I'm a fan of what he brings to the Ravens and how it makes just it fun when we talk about Steelers Ravens, man. And, I like that. But I do low-key feel like it's done in Baltimore. I'm getting that, like, the longer it goes. Yeah.
I'm with you. I think they're going to tag him. Someone's going to trade a few first-round picks, and they're going to get him. Commanders, Jets, or maybe Falcons or the Panthers, something like that.
Like, if I'm one of them teams, man, I would give up multiple first-round picks. Why wouldn't I?
Falcons have so much cap space.
Yeah, and when you think about, man, some of these teams that, man, you don't want to give up first round, you want to give up first rounds, and you look at the history of their first-round picks, and it's like, okay, you can have 7 first-round picks in a row, great. But are any of those players helping you win, or any of those players giving you what Lamar Jackson gives you? And that's some of the questions that you got to ask yourself if you're one of those teams. Granted, for us, of lately, we have never been in that position that we can remember. But that's not a position that you really want to be in, where you have to be like that hungry for a quarterback. Yeah, we're in a good spot right now, man. But yeah, it's good. It's definitely some teams out there that give up something for them. Absolutely.
That is it for the Super Chats.
I like it, man. That was actually perfect timing too, bro.
We're at 6:25, yeah.
Let's go. I'm trying to think. Was there anything on my end? Anything on your end? What'd you have, man? Anything else?
I got nothing else, dude.
It was a vibe, bro. It was a vibe. So we keep this thing going, man. Back in the saddle on Wednesday, chopping it up, talking some more of these prospects, some more, football. Now that we're getting closer and closer to.
Yeah, hopefully we got some news on the Steelers then. Something.
Yes. We getting there, though.
Because right now, William Jackson III is still on the roster with a $13 million cap hit.
He is. We got a week. Man. New league is on the 15th, man. So we're going to know something before then, hopefully. All right? We're going to know something, whether it's re-signing or, giving people the walking papers. But either way, it's going to be a good time, man. But no, with that being said, man, this was a vibe today. Hope y'all enjoyed yourselves. We definitely had a blast. Stay safe out there. Y'all already know what to do. Hit that like button on the way out of this thing. Subscribe, and until next time, baby.
Peace.